Vanna Guthrie and her siblings asked for proof of life from anyone who might have abducted the 84-year-old woman. CBS's Andres Gutierrez is in Tucson.
Investigators were back out there yesterday afternoon with canines combing through the home, as well as documenting some other evidence that may have missed the first time around. And that is because there may have been a tip or a lead that may have drawn them back to the home to go and recover additional pieces of information.
New development today is the last U.S.-Russia nuclear arms agreement is expiring.
The U.S. has announced that it's going to reestablish direct military-to-military talks with the Russians, which the U.S. halted just before Russia invaded Ukraine. Now, these kinds of high-level and consistent contacts are meant to avoid any conflicts or misunderstandings about military actions.
That's CBS News contributor Beth Noble. The White House says more will be revealed later today about President Trump's online medication marketplace. Trump spent part of the morning at the National Prayer Breakfast.
The president announced May 17th will be a day of prayer on the National Mall.
We're going to rededicate America as one nation under God.
Trump also announced
the Department of Education is officially issuing its new guidance to protect the right to prayer in our public schools. That's a big deal.
The president called the protesters who disrupted a church service in Minnesota bad people. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
In Mississippi and Tennessee, CBS's Katie Weiss reports tens of thousands who still don't have power days after a strong storm may need patience lasting into next week.
For a lot of people, the power companies are not wanting to give as many estimates. Some of the smaller power companies are being very transparent with their customers, explaining, look, it might be up to another 7 to 10 days.
There's an investigation in Arizona where a public safety helicopter crashed while responding to a shooting involving police. KPHO TV reporter Gibby Parra.
While they were assisting this active shooter situation here in Flagstaff involving the Flagstaff police and law enforcement here in the area, that's when that helicopter ranger went down, unfortunately killing both the pilot and the paramedic that were on board.
The government says job openings fell to the lowest level in more than 5 years, 6.5 million. Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 385 points. The S&P is down 54. This is CBS News.
Follow and listen to the official 48 Hours After Show post-mortem on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
We've got some Sonics rumors swirling. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. But first, we've got your KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. And it is still a tough go on our north-south routes, particularly I-5 getting into Seattle. We have got backups starting from about Boeing Field in the northbound direction with a crash that just is reported right at the south end of Boeing Field, so that's going to make it worse. We're seeing a lot of pressure on our alternate routes and slowing on the West Seattle Bridge, getting onto that merge. And then, of course, in the southbound direction, we're slow all the way from 145th, which is pretty typical at this time of day because of that Ship Canal construction. Federal Way to Seattle is about 34 minutes right now. Linwood to Seattle is 53 minutes. Renton to Bellevue on 405 is seeing some pressure through the S-curves and right around the I-90 merge. And that Renton to Bellevue drive on 405 northbound is 32 minutes. This report brought to you by KIRO News Radio.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. A second child has died from complications related to the flu, this time in Kitsap County. The first pediatric flu death of this season was reported last month in Snohomish County. According to the Kitsap County Health Department, the young child died in January in Kitsap. The announcement did not say if there were other health factors involved, but data does show a sharp uptick in emergency department visits related to the flu for Kitsap County since December. It's the end of the road for a long list of bills at the state capitol. Here's KIRO News Radio's Amanda Factor.
The Washington State Standard reports yesterday's committee deadline killed off dozens of proposals. A bill that would have created a 32-hour work week with overtime after that did not get a vote. Neither did a measure to stop police departments from hiring ICE agents who joined the agency after Trump took office.
Proposals to protect kids online also stalled, including one requiring parental consent for minors on social media, and a bill to ban unauthorized encampments on college campuses didn't advance, despite Democratic sponsors saying it would simply codify current practice. The bills that did survive still have a long way to go, with more deadlines looming in the days ahead. And the state government and sports collide. Basketball fans, this is for you. Washington Governor Bob Ferguson is meeting with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver in about 2 hours. We found out from a calendar update which did not provide any details on what they would discuss, though Silver has hinted about an NBA expansion with Seattle and Las Vegas both being considered. Some Seahawks injury news. Standout rookie safety Nick Emanwari was limited Wednesday after suffering an ankle injury in practice. He missed nearly a month after the beginning of the season, also from an ankle injury. We have all your Seahawks news on mynorthwest.com. You can get a lot more as they head to the Super Bowl. Now let's check your weather. We are starting out cloudy and foggy, but we're going to have sunshines and a little bit of mixed clouds later today. A high of 60 overnight lows in the low to mid 40s this week with rain chances on Saturday. It's 42 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's the Gee and Ursula Show. I'm live here at Radio Row down in the Bay Area, and my good friend Ursula, she's in studio. Ursula, come on now. Wait a minute.
Good morning.
Hey, Ursula, is that a new? Oh my goodness. Ooh, Super Bowl 60. Ooh,
I just need to have it say winner.
That's what I'm saying.
After Sunday.
It looks good, Ursula. It looks good.
Thank you. It's from you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Hey, there we go. That's nice. Hey, what are we doing on the show today?
Well, coming up at 9:30, we have a very special guest joining us, right?
Seahawks legend.
Yes.
Jermaine Kearse.
Yeah, so former Seahawks wide receiver who made plays on the biggest stages, including a touchdown in Super Bowl 48.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we going to talk to him about?
Well, a couple of things. One, what is the mindset of the players on a Thursday before the Super Bowl? That's number one. What's their concerns? What are you thinking about? Number two, can we talk about Super Bowl 49 and if this win on Sunday would at least take the sting out of that loss a little bit? And then, of course, Ursula, you always have some good questions as far as fan stuff and all that. So, yeah, it'll be good to have Super Bowl legend, Super Bowl champ, Jermaine Kearse on the show.
Yes. Okay, so text line is open for you. Muckleshoot Casino and Resort text line is 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. If there is a question for Jermaine Kearse, make sure, so then you can make me sound extra smart when I ask that question. So text me that question, okay? But we're going to do Would You Rather coming up at 9:47? Still, right?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yep.
Ready?
Would you rather? Yep. Let's go. Ursula's top stories of the day brought to you by Pendergast Law.
Okay, I don't need to tell anybody, but the Super Bowl is just a few days away. On paper, it looks even. Seahawks and Patriots both finishing the season 14-3, but those numbers don't tell the whole story because Seattle got there the hard way, we like to say, facing one of the toughest schedules in the league. New England's path was noticeably softer with fewer winning opponents along the way. Can you speak to that, actually, G?
Say that.
The fact that the Patriots had a much easier way getting to the Super Bowl.
Well, I don't like it when people say that, Ursula. You know what I mean? Because everybody always likes to say, well, the only reason why you're in the Super Bowl because you did this. Or the only reason why you have that job today is because you know that person. Or the only reason why you have that nice house.
Trying to diminish the
They always try
yeah.
to diminish. Low-key shade and hate. First, shout out to the New England Patriots. They have found a way to win, and well, both teams playing in the Super Bowl on Sunday, Ursula, were not in the playoffs last season. The Patriots can completely turn their season around. Now, did they have a tougher road as the Seahawks? No. Seahawks had a very tough road to where they are right now. They had to play the Rams on that Thursday night game. We know what happened there. That was a miraculous win. They went on the road to play against the Carolina Panthers. They went on the road and beat the Niners down in Levi's Stadium. Then they came back home, played the Niners again, and then they had to play the Rams. So it has been tough. But shout out to the Patriots for everything that they've done.
And you heard in the newscast Jillian did that rookie safety Nick Emanwari.
Yeah.
So he has an injury. How big of a deal is that?
It's a concern. It's not over. And to explain it and put it in layman's terms, because I know you love analogies, it would be like your wife or significant other coming back from Vegas on a Sunday, and then they send you a text that says, hey, I'm going to stay one more night. It's concern. You don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? But the marriage, you know what I mean?
Oh, wait.
It's not over, but it's deja vu. What do I mean by this being deja vu? 11 years ago, the Friday before the Super Bowl, Cam Chancellor hurt his knee in practice.
Oh, that's right.
And he had a grade 2 MCL. Ursula, he only had a little bit of MCL left. And so when you hear this, you're like, Now, am I concerned? Well, I think the Seahawks will still be okay either way. To give you more context about the ankle, and I don't know if it's the same ankle, and not many people know much about the injury, but in the beginning of the season, the very first game against the San Francisco 49ers at home in Lumen Field, Nick Emanwari had only played 4 snaps, and he hurt his ankle.
Right.
And he was out for multiple games.
So it's already a vulnerable spot.
I don't know if it's the same ankle is what I'm saying. But again, as soon as we get information, we'll continue. But at the end of the day, it's the Seahawks. They will make it right either way.
Yes. Okay. This is going to be our 4th Super Bowl ever. Patriots having their 12th Super Bowl appearance, which is more than any other team in NFL history. But we're just going to be coming back from this one winners.
Fourth appearance, marriage, all the same.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, we're going to get real serious here because did you hear this? Bill Gates is now being called on to testify under oath about his past relationship with Jeffrey Epstein as Congress is dramatically expanding its investigation. In a post on X, Republican Representative Nancy Mace pointed out the Justice Department's release of 3 million pages of Epstein-related documents, saying that the allegations in them are sick. And she says that Gates should deny them under oath if they're false. Now, according to the New York Times, one document includes an email in which Epstein claimed he helped Gates get drugs to deal with the consequences of having sex with Russian girls. The Gates Foundation told us here at KIRO News Radio that those claims are absolutely absurd and completely false. And then remember, we talked about the interview that Bill Gates did with Australia's 9 News when he said that he met Epstein in 2011 and insists he was never on the island and he never met any young women.
The focus was always he knew a lot of very rich people, and he was saying he could get them to give money to global health. You know, in retrospect, that was a dead end, and I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of many people who regret ever knowing him.
Now, I will point out that on our text line, there were most folks not believing because we had played more excerpts of that interview yesterday. But this call for Bill Gates to testify, comes as the House Oversight Chairman, James Comer, has now successfully forced Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton to agree to testify later this month in the Epstein investigation. And that, I shared some stuff with you yesterday. That is an unprecedented move that legal experts say breaks long-standing congressional norms.
You know, Ursula, I love doing this show with you every day because I know that there are some times that you read some news and topics and you brace yourself because you don't know if I'm going to get emotional about topics. You know, you have no idea. Sometimes
You're
you'd
right.
rather
I have
me.
no idea.
You know what I mean? And I know that this topic right here is one that you have to brace yourself because I get really angry and upset. So today, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to echo something that you say every single election, Ursula. Mm-hmm. Every time there's an election, you tell people to go out and vote.
Yes.
And we always talk about the voter turnout, how it's just not great, and you harp on this.
Yes.
And then people text you the next day afterwards, and they tell us. Some people is like, I don't trust the system. I don't trust government. I don't trust this, and all these things. And to which we say, hey, but you still got to vote. I'm setting this up to tell you this, Ursula. The way America is handling this topic of the Epstein files, the way they are going about the protection of some of these pedophiles that are walking amongst us, the way that we have a different standard for people that have a lot of money and influence. This is the reason why so many people have no trust of what's going on today. Now, we can sit here and talk to you blue in the face. Hey, Bill, testify. Anybody. I don't care what your politics are. I don't care if you got a D or an R. I don't care. Get under oath and let's testify.
Yes.
And if there's one takeaway I got from yesterday, it breaks my heart how much this is not a deal breaker to all of us in this country. And I tell you right now, until we get to that point, I don't know if that's going to be in my lifetime, but this topic should be a topic that 100% of us agree with when it comes to protecting children.
And I ask people to actually read the documents that have been released and then ask yourself, are you satisfied that nothing else can be or should be done? Now, I want to point out on the Clintons, because initially they said they wouldn't, and then now they said they will. And essentially, I think the Democrats are making them like the what did I say? What was the term I used? But essentially, it's like, you know what? Have the Clintons testify under oath, because if and when the things change, let's say after midterm elections, this could compel others who so far have been given cover by the current administration to not testify. So they would be called in and compelled to testify under congressional subpoena, because so far no former president has ever been asked to do that or forced to do that. So legal scholars are warning that this is going to shift oversight from fact-finding to political leverage. And but the Democrats, including Jamie Raskin, they're saying, hey, you know what? Let's set this precedent, because it could later be used to target others who so far are getting cover. I mean, bottom line, we should all want everyone to testify under oath what it is they knew and didn't know, or what they did or did not do. The Clintons' response is that this process, they say, is literally designed to result in their imprisonment. And this was a quote: every person has to decide when they've seen or had enough and are ready to fight for this country, its principles, and its people, no matter the consequences. And for us, now is that time. So good.
Hey, Ursula, when they say tough on crime, what does that mean? When people are talking about we need to get tough on crime, what does that mean?
Well, too often,
I'm going to tell you what it means.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I think it means, but you go ahead.
Well, I think too often it means the low-hanging fruit. Too often it's let's not let the druggies out. Let's not let the people who are shooting up in downtown Seattle, for example, or stealing cars, which, I mean, we are in agreement. Man, you commit crimes, you need to be held accountable. But it feels like a lot of picking and choosing. What is anti-crime?
Yeah, tough on crime, war on drugs. There's a pattern here, Ursula. There's a pattern in this country where they hide behind what it's really used for. And you touched on it. It is used to demonize and set a narrative. I won't even bring race. I'm just going to say, for people lower income world, right? That's what it is. Because those at the top what's tough on crime for them? There are no rules for them.
Well, unfortunately, yes. Like I said, it's like low-hanging fruit. Those who don't have the means to have legal defense or don't have cover because they're in higher places. So I think it should be applied to everybody, and everybody who is in these files that have question marks after them, they should be compelled to testify. So did you see that gas prices have fallen nationwide in the past year? Just not here, unfortunately. The national average dropped about 21 cents in 2025 to $3.10 a gallon. But here in Washington, we continue to pay among the highest prices in the country. And it's not only about red states versus blue states, because other Democratic-led states have gas prices much closer to the national average. But Washington and California are the clear outliers. And for us here in Washington, you know, Gee, that part of the reason is Washington's Climate Commitment Act, CCA, which requires fuel suppliers to buy emissions allowances, and that cost gets passed directly to all of us at the pump. And then you add in our higher gas taxes, our limited fuel pipelines, expensive shipping rules, and less competition at gas stations, and so we're not going to get a break. So my question, though, is what point does fighting climate change start costing working drivers more than the state is willing to admit with this CCA?
Yeah, I think we're on the same page for that. It's been having a huge impact on those. And you want to know who's impacted the most here in the state of Washington? People that are barely able to afford living here in the first place, right? So the people who set these rules and these laws and everything like that, the policy, you think they worried about gas prices? They're not. But there's a lot of working families that are at the gas pump making decisions about their weekends, saying, oh, you know what? We're not going to be able to go to Eastern Washington this weekend because we're going to need this car, and this gas that we have left is going to have to stretch, right, for the week because we have to go to work. So you make those decisions, right? Some people listening, not many, but there's some people right here that really make their decisions on what they're getting ready to do off gas prices. And the people at the top, they don't care about gas prices. They don't even know what the gas prices are. $3.50, $4, $4.25. They don't stop what they're doing because of gas prices.
Well, the thing that just bugs me is the CCA. The cost showed up immediately at the gas pump. But as we have found out in recent weeks, the state cannot clearly prove that there is an environmental payoff. I wasn't working the day that the report came out, that it was the state's own reporting that said some emissions reductions were overstated by orders of magnitude. Like, I think you and Angela were working, and there was one estimate that said it was 7.5 million metric tons of claimed reductions were brought down to 78,000 tons after the math was corrected. Like, oops.
The math wasn't mathing.
No, and so billions of dollars have been raised. There's no way of tracking what is actually working to help the environment. And, I mean, I'm all for helping the environment, but if the state wants us to keep paying more at the gas pump, I believe it first has to show clearly that this policy is actually doing what it promised. So until then, how about you lower our gas prices?
And so who hurts the most from this, Ursula, in the state of Washington?
Well, the people who have the least amount of money, who can least afford it.
Who usually hurts from all of this stuff that happens? There's a theme here.
There is. Hey, just real quick, just because I'm seeing you on video again, are you in a different spot or is this the same spot? This angle looks a little different.
Yeah, it's the same spot, different angle.
Man, there are a lot more people moving around.
Oh, man. It's packed in here.
Okay.
It's packed. Okay. 9:47, we will play the world famous Would You Rather. But up next, Seahawk legend, Super Bowl champion Jermaine Kearse is going to join the show. And he's joining the show because Ursula's got a new hoodie on today. Oh, we'll do that next. Gee Ursula.
This is what it's all about, right?
We're We're going to the Super Bowl.
The pure joy.
It's a great time to be alive for Seattle fans.
It's why we're 12s.
Super Bowl, baby, let's go!
And Sunday, when history is written in Super Bowl 60, isn't there only one voice you want to hear tell the story?
A one-hander, JSN!
Wherever you are on Sunday, listen to Steve Rabel call the Seahawks and Patriots in Super Bowl 60, live and free on the KIRO Newsradio app.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Where you buy a car matters. At Subaru of Puyallup, it's about safety for every drive, confidence in every season, and a buying experience that is stress-free. It starts with people, friendly, knowledgeable experts who listen. It continues with stress-free pricing, a transparent process, and a high level of care throughout ownership. Start with trust, end with a Subaru you love. Subaru of Puyallup, your stress-free dealership. President's Day special offers available now. Visit SubaruofPuyallup.com, part of the Harnish Auto family.
We live here in Washington. I travel all over the state for work.
Affordable short-term rentals help us stay together and make Hazel feel at home.
Now Olympia is considering a huge tax increase on short-term rentals,
pricing us and other families out, since more than half of short-term rentals here are used by Washingtonians.
Costs on everything are going up.
Please tell legislators not to make our trips more expensive too.
Paid for by Airbnb helps our state thrive. Host PAC.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-990-3434. That's 800-990-3434. 800-990-3434.
Olympic Hot Tub celebrates Seattle's star team with a massive blue and green savings blitz. Champion level wellness at winning savings on saltwater hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges through Sunday. Go to OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life. Go Seattle.
John Curley here. As humans, we value things that last. Local businesses, long-term relationships, people who have been in the community for years. That's Madrona Financial and CPAs. For decades, they've been serving Washingtonians, and what makes them different? They combine taxes and investments under one roof. Most firms do one or the other, but not both. Taxes are often your biggest retirement expense, bigger than travel or healthcare. Yet most never get a clear look at how taxes and investments fit together. That's why Madrona offers the Madrona Analysis. It's an easy-to-understand review of your retirement picture, income, taxes, investments, all working together in one coordinated plan. Best of all, it's conversational. You'll talk with someone who explains it all in plain English. Discover hidden tax traps, see if your portfolio matches income needs, and learn steps to retire with confidence. Call 833-673-7373 for your complimentary Madrona Analysis. Madrona Financial and CPAs, local, trusted, and here to put the whole picture together.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. President Trump told this morning's National Prayer Breakfast that religion is coming back. Here's CBS News correspondent Michael Wallace.
Religion's back now hotter than ever before. I mean, I have to tell you.
The president announced May 17th will be a day of prayer on the National Mall.
We're going to rededicate America as one nation under God.
Trump also announced
the Department of Education is officially issuing its new guidance to protect the right to prayer in our public schools. That's a big deal.
The president called the protesters who disrupted a church service in Minnesota bad people. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Fears of a new arms race are growing with the expiration of the New START Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty. That's the last nuclear weapons control agreement between the U.S. and Russia. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres urged the U.S. and Russia to negotiate a successor framework. A little progress was made during the Russia-Ukraine talks. However, they did accomplish one thing. Here's Sue Montgomery with the BBC.
2 days of talks between Ukraine, Russia and the U.S. aimed at ending Moscow's war on its neighbour have ended with the exchange of more POWs. 314 captured soldiers have been swapped. President Zelensky of Ukraine said there would be more talks soon.
Copper wire thieves are partly to blame for delays on Sound Transit's light rail lane between Angle Lake and Federal Way. The trains have been dealing with electrical issues since service began last month. The Seattle Times reports thieves are ripping the wires and damaging other infrastructure. Train service will be shut down between Angle Lake and Federal Way on Saturday for repairs and inspections. Neighbors in North Seattle woke up to a bang this morning, about 10 of them. Video sent to KIRO News Radio showed someone driving around throwing fireworks out of their car just before 5:30. Police say they checked it out and didn't find anyone doing anything dangerous. Now let's get a check on your drive. KIRO News Radio traffic. We got a few issues to tell you about. We're struggling more on the east side right now. 167 is backed up a couple of miles from 405 right now because just south of 405, there's a collision blocking the left lane. Incident response, state patrol, fire crews are on scene, so expect delays there. It's also still tough through the S-curves. 405 northbound just south of Coal Creek Parkway, there's a collision blocking the left lane in addition to some volume. And let's look at that travel time. Renton to Bellevue is about 29 minutes, so it's actually only 1 minute delayed. I-5 in and out of Seattle is still a tough go, a little bit less than a half hour ago. Federal Way to Seattle is about 26 minutes right now. Linwood to Seattle, 47 minutes. This report brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino. Live professional boxing is back with the main event February 6th at the Emerald Queen Casino. The main event powered by WFC February 6th, only at Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. We are having some clouds breaking up. We're going to get a glimpse of the sun today with a high of 60. Tomorrow starting cloudy with a high of 59. It is 42 degrees in downtown Seattle right now. I'm Jillian Raftery with KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Our next guest is a Super Bowl champ and one of the most reliable and clutch wide receivers of his era. He spent 7 seasons in the NFL and, of course, played a major role in the Seattle Seahawks championship run. I'm thrilled to welcome Jermaine Kearse to the Gee and Ursula Show. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Good. Thank you so much for joining us. What an exciting week. What are you making of the Seahawks facing the Patriots in the Super Bowl? What do you think the magic was of this season to get here?
I mean, I think it was just a combination of, a sense of camaraderie and chemistry within the team, the culture that was built there by the locker room and Coach Mike McDonald, and just going out each game and just taking it one game at a time. And I think those guys have a belief in themselves that a lot of people didn't see at the beginning of the season, and they just continue to just stick to who they are as a team and their identity. And I think it's gotten them this far. And I feel like it'll just continue, into this game. And, hopefully we can kind of just continue the streak that they've been on.
Yes.
Jermaine, I'm down here in Radio Row, and literally right here across from me, they are talking about the last play. In the Patriots-Seahawks game. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you about the last play. What I am going to ask, though, is this. Does it surprise you that topic still to this day is one of the hottest topics, whether the Seahawks are in the Super Bowl or not? And did you realize that it would continue to be this way?
I mean, there's no surprise that it's a hot topic, especially given the matchup. It's kind of a rematch from Super Bowl 49. And so, once we saw the matchups, we knew that was going to be, I don't want to say a major conversation, but it is part of the conversation. But, it was a tough way to lose, especially for our Seattle fan base. It was a hard way to lose. And, it's something that a lot of people probably won't forget. But, I've always just kind of, went about, all types of things that were hard in my life as you win some and you lose some. And, you just continue to keep pushing forward. And, the organization has a great opportunity in front of them, to bring our second Super Bowl back to Seattle. And what a great opportunity for this team to write their own story. And, this is just a chapter in it.
I'm going to tell you something that your former teammate Luke Wilson said yesterday. I asked him, I said, hey, if and when the Seahawks win this Super Bowl against the Patriots, will that help you feel better about the Super Bowl loss you had? He says no, but he feels good that the fans will at least get to feel better. And so he talked about that. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw the clip, and I think Luke had a really good answer. For the guys that played in that game, like I said, the way we lost, it was just heartbreaking, and that's something that we experienced ourselves. Now, you look at this game right here. This game isn't about that 2014 team. This game is about this team this year. And so, if and when we win, I think it's going to, be an exciting thing for all Seahawks fans, whether it's fans, former players. And so I think the focus should be on, this team and the accomplishments that, that they were able to have this year. And, we're hoping for a big win this weekend.
You are hearing Jermaine Kearse. He is a former star wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. I'm curious, just now that you are no longer playing on the field, what parts of football do you miss the most, and what parts do you not miss?
I don't miss how I felt waking up the next day.
Oh, ow.
But, the thing that I missed the most, and it was really cool, given the success that our team have had this year, to kind of just see those big games, those big moments, those high-stake games. Those were always fun, playing in the playoffs, winning playoff games, playing games for division titles, playing games to go to the Super Bowl. Those are the type of things that I really miss about the game, those environments, the 12s, just the energy around those type of games. And we got a big one this weekend, and so I'm super pumped for it and excited. Yeah, the energy is going to be crazy.
And because there's a lot of young people listening to you right now, and just looking at the game on Sunday and dreaming of the possibility. They're athletes today, and they're dreaming of that possibility of playing at the next level. What is one piece of advice to athletes who are trying to make it to the next level of competition? What would you tell them today?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I just kind of try to live by myself. Is just control what you can control. Not everybody's path is going to look the same. Some people are going to have easier paths. Some people are going to have difficult paths. But just to trust the process and fall in love with the process, because, the results wouldn't feel as good if the process to get there and get those results wasn't hard. So, yeah, just trust the process and control the things you can control.
Jermaine, you had a lot of, teammates over the years. Who's one teammate that you're still close to and why?
I mean, out of all my teammates that I've been around, I still talk to Doug Baldwin the most. Doug and I are pretty close. Our families are close. He's got 3 daughters around the same age as my 3 daughters. And so naturally, we just kind of, that relationship has just continued to grow. I still talk to Cam and Sherm and around those guys, Cliff Averill. You see a lot of those guys around the city. And it's nice to just be able to still have those relationships, even the guys that that don't live in Washington still, but whether they come back for a game or events, or you go somewhere and you see them, those relationships will never go away. You just continue to try to build them and keep in contact with those guys.
Okay, so we only have a few seconds. What is your prediction for Sunday?
I am going with a Seahawks win, and I think it's going to be 24-14.
Oh, I like that. Well, Jermaine, we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And before you go, you seem like just a relaxed, chill guy. Do you ever fight with anyone every day?
Yeah, I fight with you every day. But you know what? It's my birthday tomorrow. We're going to have a great weekend. We're going to get a Super Bowl Sunday victory. So it's all love.
That's right. Well, happy birthday tomorrow. I'll send you a happy birthday text, and your birthday gift is in the mail.
I'll be looking for it. Can you please send me the tracking number?
Thanks, Jermaine. Appreciate you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Coming up next on the Gee Ursula Show, Would You Rather? Gee Ursula.
A lot has changed in 50 years. The Seattle skyline, how we interact with one another, and a new way to hear the Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
Download the KIRO Newsradio App, where you can listen to Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman call the Super Bowl for free.
That is music to the ears.
It's the Seahawks and Patriots in Super Bowl 60. Kickoff Sunday at 3:30 on the only station the Seahawks have called home for 50 years. KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
You know the one question that guys hate to have asked of them by their wives, Nick?
I can take a good guess.
I know you know 100 of them. This is the worst one. Do these jeans make my butt look big?
Whoa.
Can't answer that one, right? What I've noticed is whenever you ask me questions like that, I just simply say, I don't know. What do the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic say?
Well, the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic would tell me that my butt looks great in those jeans now that my hormones are balanced.
What'd they do? Did they give you something to bring your weight down?
No, just a result of having my hormones balanced caused me to lose weight. Who would have known? I had no idea that would be a result of it.
So that's good. So the answer is you look great. You're beautiful.
I feel great. I look great.
Yeah.
And I know it.
I've also noticed that your testosterone makes you a little feistier than you normally are, as my beautiful Greek wife.
I might be small, but I have a loud bark.
Yes, you do. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at longevitymedicalclinic.com.
Let's go.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Big tax changes this year could mean a bigger refund, and Jackson Hewitt knows how to get you your biggest. You'll get $100 just to try us. That won't make you filthy rich, but definitely gas plus groceries rich. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back, which would make you low-key loaded. Or at least wealthy adjacent? Go with our trusted pros and get $100 to switch. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes. Guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
The Boat Show, the Boat Show,
the Big Seattle Boat Show.
The Big Seattle Boat Show ends this Saturday, February 7th. It's the best time to buy, with big selection, big discounts, and big fun for everyone. It's a big deal. Presented by Sundance Yachts and Port of Seattle. Make it a date Friday evenings with Boat Show After Dark, featuring unforgettable ambiance, music, food, beer, and wine. Details and discount tickets at seattleboatshow.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Your old furnace ain't nice, and your toes are like ice.
DayandNight.net.
Save $1,700 when you have Day and Night match your current furnace with a qualifying AC or heat pump.
Your furnace is lonely all by itself, but it doesn't have to be. With our Matchmaker Special, we'll match your furnace with a perfect air conditioner or heat pump to keep your furnace company and your home comfy all year round.
Match your furnace to a qualifying cooling system and save $1,700.
DayandNight.net.
You know, it's frustrating. You work your tail off for 40 plus years. The government takes 30 or 40% in taxes. Then they turn right around and waste it. Americans are getting fed up, and that's why they're taking advantage of tax planning. Charlie Harger here. Tax planning could significantly reduce your taxes, not just for 1 year, but for the rest of your life. Learn how much you could save in taxes when you retire with free retirement tax savings analysis from Boss Retirement Solutions. If you've saved more than $300,000, schedule your free analysis now by calling 206-210-1350. Don't pay the government one more dime than you need to. You need to call the team at Boss Retirement Solutions. Call 206-210-1350. 206-210-1350.
For informational purposes only, actual results may vary. No statement contained herein shall constitute tax, legal, or investment advice.
See country star Aaron Lewis and the State Liners at Muckleshoot Casino Resort, March 24th at 8 p.m. And now an added show on March 25th. He's a multi-platinum artist whose raw lyrics and powerhouse vocals have captivated fans for decades. Now, he and his band, the State Liners, are coming to Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Get your tickets now to see Aaron Lewis at muckleshootcasino.com.
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, Accurate Auto Body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit, Accurate Auto Body.
Good morning. morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Ursula, did you have fun with the interview with Jermaine?
I did. He sounds so sweet and so chill. And
He
then
is.
at the end, you say, like, who do you argue with all the time? Am I surprised?
We didn't fight yesterday,
Oh.
but we literally argue every day, all the time.
Okay.
He's a great dude. All right,
I love
Ursula,
it.
let's
Okay.
get to the world famous Would You Rather game. Here,
Let me make something crystal clear. This one truly scares me.
It's time to make Ursula uncomfortable.
okay. Would you rather? Now, would you rather have? Imagine being a player, Ursula. Would you rather have one Super Bowl moment, one legendary Super Bowl moment, or quietly have a great career but never make it to the Super Bowl?
Okay.
Okay, let me say it again.
Okay, yeah, hang on a second.
Okay. Would you rather have one legendary Super Bowl moment, one that everybody talks about
Yes.
forever, or quietly have a great career but never make it to the Super Bowl?
I'm going to be honest. I need that Super Bowl moment.
Okay.
You'll
All
always
right.
feel like you're missing something. And
Fair.
and because you didn't say that that having that one amazing Super Bowl moment doesn't mean you didn't have a great career. I mean, generally you're not one and done, right?
Right. Okay. All right.
So what about you?
Me, give me the career and no Super Bowl.
Oh.
Yeah, give me the great career and no Super Bowl, because those moments don't pay the bills.
Yeah, that's really it, right? I mean, I think of like Joe Thomas, right? You could be one of the greatest to ever do it, played for a terrible Browns team his entire career, but he's considered to be one of the greatest of all time. So, but man, then you think like the helmet catch in the Super Bowl. I don't know. I like the longevity though. Give me the long career.
Okay.
But I that's really, because when you have the moment. I mean, Malcolm Butler. I mean, I know it's a painful one, but he will always be remembered because he made, no matter how his career ended up, no matter how it turned out, he will always be remembered for making that play against the Seahawks, and you know that lives forever. And a lot of great careers, it's like, oh yeah, hey, I was a 10-year vet, but
yeah,
I didn't do
Nothing memorable.
nothing.
Huh.
Okay,
It's a tough
this one is going to be tough. I mean, really tough. Would you rather be loved by the fans forever or respected by the players forever?
Respected by the players forever.
Ooh, okay.
Because if you're
explain,
respected
Ursula.
by the players forever, I'm going to bet there's a good chance that you're also loved by the fans.
Oh, that's not true.
Oh, really?
Oh no. Oh, that's
oh no.
That's
Can you
old,
give me
old.
some names? What's a yeah? Give me some names. Who was respected by the players but not necessarily loved by fans?
Well, here's the thing. Eventually, most of the time, the fans figure it out. Most of the times.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they don't. Right? What I mean by that is you have the players that are loved by the fans but are not respected by the players.
Do you have any names?
No.
Yeah, you do.
No,
Okay.
I don't have any.
Okay,
But-
can I ask you a would you rather?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. And this is for everybody. Would
Okay.
you rather the Seahawks beat the Patriots because they played smarter or because the Patriots absolutely imploded?
I mean, that's an easy one. Of course, I would like for the Seahawks to win the game because they were the best and they were smarter and they outplayed them in a perfect world. So that was easy for me, Ursula.
Okay.
Now, yeah, that was easy. And just so we're clear, I don't care how they win.
You just wanted to win. I think this would be easier if it wasn't our team in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, you want it to be, I think from the outside observer, you want it to be a good game. You want it to be, hey, here is this young quarterback trying to make a claim for himself, actually on a neutral site here, goes up and plays well against a good defense, but the defense was a little bit too much and they make the big play. I mean, No one wants, myself included, no one wants Seahawks fans would be fine with it, but as an outsider, you don't want to see a 49-8 blowout again for an average Super Bowl fan. Like if you want to just watch the game to enjoy, you want it competitive.
Yeah, you want it to be competitive. Okay, I'm going to tell you something just looking at the text line. Everybody said they would rather have the long, quiet career and no Super Bowl. So apparently I was the only one who said I would want that Super Bowl moment. Kyle in Maple Valley says Percy Harvin has the Super Bowl moment without the great career.
Perfect.
And then someone else said Steve Largent could answer this really well.
Ooh. See, that text line's smart.
I know.
Smart. All right. What's coming up at 10 o'clock, Ursula?
Well, a couple of things. One, did you hear that there were some big layoffs at the Washington Post? And then I've got a question for all of you.
Okay.
Are you willing, how much, if anything, are you willing to pay to save local journalism? That's one question I have. And then I also want to bring up, you remember when during the pandemic there were some students who were suing the University of Washington saying, hey, we're getting shortchanged because we're not having the full college experience? Yeah. Well, they're going to get some money back. So we'll talk about talk about that next.
Gee Ursula.
Gee and Ursula on KIRO News Radio.
You're not going to be able to stop what's going to happen.
I hope he's successful.
9 to noon, streaming live on your smart speaker.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Nick, did you know this is called quit time? Did you know what that is?
I do not know.
That means right about this time of the year, people quit their New Year's resolutions.
Oh, kind of like last year.
Okay, never mind. The important thing is that both of us made a New Year's resolution that we would take better care of ourselves for each other. And we're holding to that.
We are not flaming out because...
Longevity Medical Clinic. So we get the support of Longevity. We told them what our goals were, and they're like, absolutely, we'll get you in line. So they support me, they support you, and then as a couple, they're making us accountable for the decisions we make. So we're not going to be quitting on these things. I can't remember what your New Year's resolution was around the house.
My New Year's resolution around the house was that I was going to try to get you to start putting things away.
And I was going to get you to actually learn how to cook a piece of chicken.
Oh, well, that's for next year.
Okay, fine. Either way, we've got a team behind us. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. Northwest News.
We live here in Washington. I travel all over the state for work.
Affordable short-term rentals help us stay together and make Hazel feel at home.
Now Olympia is considering a huge tax increase on short-term rentals,
pricing us and other families out, since more than half of short-term rentals here are used by Washingtonians.
Costs on everything are going up.
Please tell legislators not to make our trips more expensive too.
Paid for by Airbnb helps our state thrive. Host PAC.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
3-time Grammy winner, MacArthur Fellow, a voice the Associated Press calls a marvel. Cecile McLaurin Salvant brings jazz, blues, and fearless originality to Dimitros Jazz Alley, February 12th through 15th. Tickets at jazzalley.com.
3 more days until Super Bowl 60. The only station where you hear Steve Label call the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle. This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. Authorities in Arizona are about to update the search for Savannah Guthrie's mother. It's day 5. There's been no sign of Nancy Guthrie. CBS's Andres Gutierrez says law enforcement efforts since yesterday have again focused on her home.
Google is assisting law enforcement with their investigation because Nancy Guthrie did have Nest cameras on the property, and so right now they're trying to extract the data from those cameras to see who may have been on the property in or around the time of the disappearance.
The U.S. and Russia have renewed high-level military contact for the first time in 4 years. CBS News contributor Beth Noble is our former Moscow bureau chief.
The U.S. military says the aim of reopening the channel now is to avoid miscalculation and escalation by either side. But it comes just as the first major nuclear arms control treaty signed back in 1972 has ended without being renewed.
Well, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer apologized today for the decision to appoint Peter Mandelson as the UK's ambassador to Washington. Starmer fired Mandelson 5 months ago after emails showed he maintained a friendship with Jeffrey Epstein after his sex crimes conviction.
I am sorry. Sorry for what was done to you. Sorry that so many people with power failed you. Sorry for having believed Mandelson's lies and appointed him.
Well, back here at home, medical help needed for some people after a potentially deadly scare on a college campus.
More than 200 people were sent to several hospitals across northeast Tennessee after a carbon monoxide leak in the field house at Milligan University. No one was seriously hurt.
There were multiple carbon monoxide sensors within the building, none of them alarmed as they should have. We're currently investigating why that was the case.
Stephen Wares is president of Milligan University, a private Christian school with some 1,200 students in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
This word Boar's Head has reopened the Virginia deli meat plant that was linked to a 2024 listeria outbreak that killed 10 people. Opening ceremony for the Winter Olympics takes place tomorrow in Italy. CBS's Seth Doan, who's there to cover the game, says a lot of attention is focused on legendary American skier Lindsey Vonn, who plans to compete despite a bad knee injury.
Vonn has had some unexpected success on the World Cup circuit, winning a few races, and these Olympics are expected to be her big comeback. She says that she is well enough to ski.
And checking Wall Street right now, a bit of a comeback for stocks, but the Dow is down still 340 points. This is CBS News.
Follow and listen to CBS News Roundup on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Seahawks Super Bowl parties are already starting today. We'll tell you all about that. But first, we're going to check in with KIRO Newsradio traffic. And we are starting to see backups of 3 miles on northbound 167 just south of 405. There is a collision blocking the left lane, and there's lots of lights and sirens there. Expect delays in that area and try to get on an alternate route. 405 northbound is a little tight through the S-curves, but it's just a blip on the radar. It's only delaying you about 1 minute. That volume has reduced greatly. And 405 southbound, there's still a tiny bit of slowing getting out of Canyon Park and into Bellevue. But again, only a couple of minutes delay. I-5 southbound continues to see slowing all the way from about 145th getting into the Ship Canal Bridge area. But we're doing a lot better than we were a half hour ago. This report brought to you by Home Comfort Alliance. For nearly 50 years, 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance. Right now, save up to $2,000 on new heating and cooling systems. Call the comfort people, homecomfortalliance.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
A security guard was shot in Seattle's Pioneer Square neighborhood overnight. This happened just before 11 p.m. Wednesday on Western Avenue near the ferry terminal. Police say there was some sort of altercation between the 21-year-old and 2 to 3 others, and then someone opened fire, but by the time officers got there, the suspects were gone. The security guard was seriously injured but expected to survive. And of course, if you have any information about that incident, please call Seattle Police. A fire at a home in Des Moines has turned into a murder investigation. KIRO 7 TV reports that crews searching the home Sunday found a man dead inside. The King County Medical Examiner confirmed he died from multiple stab wounds and ruled it a homicide. An update on 2 high-profile initiatives to the legislature. Let's Go Washington, a conservative political group, proposed both of them. One would rewrite the Parents' Bill of Rights to be closer to the original proposed initiative and have stronger parental notification measures. The other would ban transgender girls from competing in female high school sports. Democrats have blocked both from getting a hearing, so Republicans have been holding unofficial listening sessions, drawing crowds from all over the state. Both initiatives will now go to voters in the general election this fall. Here's something we can all agree on. The Seahawks and the Super Bowl. Super Bowl festivities are already starting with public parties and flag raisings today in Issaquah and tomorrow in Renton. Here's KIRO 7 TV's Brooke Griffin.
12 Sequoia. That is the brand new name for Issaquah. And I can feel the winning vibes here at City Hall this morning. This afternoon, the mayor is inviting everybody to come down here and just have a party with them. The big celebration is at 3:30. The mayor has already signed the order switching Issaquah to 12 Sequoia, but this afternoon he'll read the proclamation and raise that 12 flag. They want everyone to come out to show their love for the Seahawks and celebrate the team. Renton is also throwing a party tomorrow at 12:12 p.m., inviting everybody to their City Hall for a lunch break 12s party.
Checking your weather, it's going to be partly cloudy today, high of 60, starting cloudy tomorrow, high of 59. It is 49 degrees in downtown Seattle right now. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. I am live here at Radio Row down in San Francisco in preparation for that big game on Sunday, Seahawks, Patriots. And Ursula is in studio doing all the work. Good morning, Ursula.
Hey, good morning. There is one person on our text line so far. I might be encouraging this, but there's one person on our text line so far that is who's hoping that the Seahawks don't win because he wants us to go back to our regular programming and not talk about the Seahawks so much. I'm like, it's B in Puyallup. And I had to tell him, B, do you realize we're playing in the Super Bowl? I mean, we don't have these opportunities very often.
Tell B in Puyallup that we'll stop talking about the Seahawks when he stops telling us about all of his different relationship twists that he always has going on in life. How about
he's
that?
got a very interesting life. I will say that. A lot of you share a lot about your lives that make us go, ooh. And he is one of them. Okay, text us, Muckleshoot Casino and Resort text line, 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
What's new at 10?
Okay, we need to talk about the state of journalism right now. And perhaps I should start with the massive layoffs at the Washington Post. Have you heard about this, G? Listen in.
During a Zoom call with employees, executive editor Matt Murray announced the elimination of the paper's sports department, a restructuring of its local news department and editing staff, and a reduction of its foreign coverage, with fewer journalists stationed overseas. Reacting to the Post's layoffs, White House Communications Director Stephen Chung posted on X, quote, "Just a reminder that printing fake news is not a profitable business model."
Okay, so we're talking about wiping out their sports department. We're talking about, I believe it was a third of their staff, which, I mean, the Washington Post, you may not agree or you may believe the current administration in their assessment of the Washington Post, but that is a legendary news organization. They do a lot of great work. And they're not going to be able to continue doing a lot of great work when you're talking about a third of your staff getting laid off.
Ursula, you about to be really mad at me.
Okay, you're trying to say that you're not caring right now?
No. Oh, I care. What I want to tell you is, yeah, they probably will be able to get the same amount of work done laying off a third of their force. Let me explain to you exactly why I'm telling you this. 11 years ago, I was here on Radio Row down in Phoenix for the Super Bowl for the Seahawks, right? In Radio Row 11 years ago, Ursula, you had all radio, this big place and this big place, everybody, radio. That was 11 years ago. Today, oh my goodness. The social media influencers, the podcast, that's the biggest deal here right now. So when you say things like, well, this big, the Washington Post, they were big. We do the same thing when we're talking about restaurants. We're doing the same thing when we talk about big stores. Wait, what happened to Sears? What happened to JCPenney? What happened to Macy's? Like, there's a theme here. The times of just holding on to a big name, it's done. There's a new normal. And I'm telling you right here, I am seeing it firsthand. When on opening night, when the Seahawks and the Patriots, when they're all at the podiums and all that kind of stuff, you should have seen, I'm walking around with Trevor and Patrick, right? The young guys, the video. Oh my goodness, that's that podcast. Oh my goodness, that's that social media influencer. Like when you guys hear social media influencer, I'm sure people think, oh yeah, right. You roll your eyes. But some of these folks have 500,000, 1 million followers.
Yeah. No.
Think about that for a second. One person having 1 million followers and a big news organization filled with 500 employees, they have 1 million. So when you hear, go ahead.
Well,
go ahead.
I totally hear what you're saying. Okay, but I need to ask you, that one influencer that has all those followers, where are they getting their information?
What information? Okay.
If they're talking about news, and let's even say Aaron Parnas, who is someone who he gets his news, so he does these updates on TikTok, and he's got many followers.
Right.
But he's getting his information from journalists like at the Washington Post, at the New York Times, at the whatever the news organization is, because one person cannot do that work. You slash those jobs, but who's going to get the information?
Oh, okay. All right. I'm glad. Oh, I'm so glad you're bringing this up. I'm willing to bet you right now, there are people, Ursula, that would rather get their news from that person that's boots on the ground and that's taking them live on location. And it's not edited, it's not fancy, but it's raw and authentic. They will go after that more so than the Datelines and all the big news organizations. It's all edited and all those things. People now, the way Ursula, I don't make the rules.
I know, but do you think we're better served? And this is the question that I ask: are you better served? Again, you are cutting I'm looking at it now. So, and by the way, Washington Post owner Jeff Bezos earlier said, he remains committed to the publication. And his top editor, his top editor was saying this hours after they laid off hundreds of employees. I'm just going to tell you from my history of working here, where we used to have so many more employees when I first started here compared to today. I mean, the emphasis is so different, and you're right. The move is towards social media, and that has changed the landscape so much. But you cannot give up on journalists altogether, and I'll tell you why. Because, again, do you trust that person who is more about the number of clicks and trying to get a certain segment of the population to follow and not necessarily trying to get to the truth, but getting to what's going to get the most eyeballs or the most clicks?
Hey, Ursula, you just now, you asked a loaded question.
Yeah.
And you asked, who do you trust more? Okay, I'm glad you bring that up. Because if you really want to talk about legacy media over the years and know how much that they have edited, how sometimes that there's been a big news story, and sometimes they are have been in cahoots. Now, don't get me wrong. You have those amazing journalists, and there are still amazing journalists. I'm not taking away from that, and I'm not justifying why you don't need journalists. I'm just trying to tell everybody. 11 years ago, here on Radio Row, I explaining what it looked like then. I'm telling you what it looks like now.
Yes.
Now, right now, let's take local news. Sure, you might listen to KIRO Radio, but I guarantee you, those listening, you have somebody that you follow on social media that is going live on location at these news things, right? They don't always go with KIRO News. KIRO News Radio. They might go with someone else that's solo, that's going out there. Now, no, that person can't do it all. But this whole idea of who do you trust? I mean, that's a loaded question now.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like the who do you trust is a very loaded question, and it's very it's subjective of who you trust. And I think, Ursula, what I'm saying is, gone are the days of, well, it's the Washington Post. Well, it's the Seattle Times. Well, it's like people just don't automatically buy into, well, just because the Seattle Times said it or the New York Times said it or KIRO News Radio said it, then I got to believe it. That's just not how people aren't wired that way anymore.
Oh, I totally agree. And I think down the road, we're going to see how it becomes a bigger problem. And I mean, every news organization has to become a lean, mean machine, and also understand that people's usage has changed dramatically. And I mean, the number of people who still get a physical paper has dwindled to very low numbers, which leads me to this question, though, because in Olympia today, Washington lawmakers are being asked to step in to help save local journalism. So the Senate Ways and Means Committee is going to be hearing testimony on the Senate Bill 5400, which is a proposal designed to keep local news outlets alive across Washington. And the idea is this. Large search engines and social media platforms would have to pay a small surcharge for the value that they get from news content. And then that money, which would be about $24 million a year, would then go directly to newspapers, broadcasters, and local news websites that are doing original reporting. Okay, so the bill would also include guardrails. Money would be distributed based on how many journalists an outlet actually employs and not political favoritism. And I'm just going to give you a few details.
Okay.
Washington has lost more than 20% of its local newspapers since 2005. I mean, do you remember? Well, you weren't here, but there was a time when we had the Seattle Times, the Seattle PI. We had way more very local newspapers. We also had a newspaper in Kent. There was a newspaper in Kitsap County. I mean, that were physical, and then it just dwindled to online. And then it's like people aren't willing. People want the information, but they're not willing to pay for it. Like, how do these how did these jobs get? I mean, how do you pay for these reporters to do that work? You have to give money.
So, I agree.
I know. So, by the way, Mark in Seattle thinks we're fighting. We're not fighting at all. We're just.
We're not.
No, we're not.
We're not
arguing
fighting at all.
Yeah.
Because here's why we're not fighting. There is nothing that I am disagreeing with what you're saying.
Yes.
You're making a valid point, and to which I am saying there's a new day.
Yes.
And nobody. You can get up every single morning and you can get your news for free. Period. And so much so, you can set it up. You can pay a $20 subscription to ChatGPT or whatever you want to do, and you can type it in. You can say this: "Hey, give me my local news. I want it every day at 8 a.m. because that's my time when I'm having my coffee." And guess what, everybody? ChatGPT will go in and scan everything for you and have it tailor-made right there for you at 8 a.m. And guess what? At 8 a.m., it won't be late. They won't sleep in. They won't be sick. It'll happen all the time. So when people are asking, I don't understand why they're cutting these jobs. Do you guys think this AI thing is a game?
No, that's going to also wipe out even more jobs, which again is worrisome to me. And I get it. You know, maybe I'm old school because I got into this business 40 years ago when we did have more options. But the more and more you squeeze these options and you actually don't pay journalists to do their job and do their work, you can have influencers with massive followings. But who knows? I mean, again, where they're able to get that information.
Where am I getting my info? Where am I getting my info?
We get it from a variety of sources. Obviously, what you are seeing there, you bring value because you are down there at the Super Bowl and doing the coverage there and getting original interviews. But then there are going to be people now who take your information and they're going to use it and use it and use it. You know what I mean?
That's the world, though, Ursula.
It is.
Isn't that what we do?
So I guess what you're saying is you wouldn't be willing to pay to save local journalism.
Why?
And
because I don't have to.
Yes.
Because we don't have to.
And therein lies the problem. So this bill, I don't know where it's going to go, if there's going to be anything for it, because also there is such a distrust, not to mention people use media in different ways. I'm thankful for the people who are texting in and saying we get our information from the Gee and Ursula Show. I will say, though, on the Gee and Ursula Show, I will say this. I will put a plug in for the Seattle Times, which is often maligned. But if we were to lose the Seattle Times in this community, we would all be hurting.
Agree. See, I agree.
I know you do, but you're pointing out the realities, and it's the truth. It's the truth.
And just so we're clear, this reality that I am talking about, it hurts. It hurts to talk about, and here's why it hurts to talk about: because I know what this means. In another 11 years, this Radio Row will not look the same.
Yep.
It will not be as big.
Yeah, you might not be there because you might be replaced by a bot.
I mean, if you think about all of the occupations right now, you're talking about computer programmers, accountants, auditors, legal and administrative assistants, customer service representatives. I mean, like right now in the United States, the current unemployment rate is 4.4%. You and I have been talking about, oh my goodness, there's been a lot of job loss. Well, if you go back to the Depression, Ursula, and this is me nerding out because I'm on these books all the time. You go back to the Great Depression in 1933. The unemployment rate then was 24%, 24.7%. Where am I trying to get at? I'm saying this. I don't like talking about these topics because I am scared. I am afraid of the future. And right now we're at 4.4%. I have a suspicion and a feeling that we will be talking about how great 4.4% was going forward.
I also want to point out, because you brought up AI and we were talking about jobs lost. Lynn and Enumclaw points out, and correctly so, AI gets its news somewhere too. When it gives you the local news, it is scanning all of the local people who are doing the journalism. AI is not doing journalism. And again, you keep slashing. I mean, the Washington Post losing a third of its employees, that's going to hurt. Just going to tell you that now. Hey, coming up at 10:30.
Yeah.
Gee, I know we don't like to encourage gambling, but Luke is going to tell us about some Super Bowl predictions and what folks are saying about the game on Sunday.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's do that. We'll do that next. Gee Ursula.
Since the beginning, 50 years ago, KIRO has been the only place where the 12s have listened to the Seahawks.
Man wide open, touchdown Seahawks. Steve Rabel made the catch.
And Sunday, the tradition continues.
The Seahawks are going back to the Super Bowl.
When Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman bring you the call of Super Bowl 60 between the Seahawks and the Patriots. And like every other Seahawks game, the only place you'll hear it is KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well,
I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Big tax changes this year could mean a bigger refund, and Jackson Hewitt knows how to get you your biggest. You'll get $100 just to try us. That won't make you filthy rich, but definitely gas plus groceries rich. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back, which would make you low-key loaded. Or at least wealthy adjacent? Go with our trusted pros and get $100 to switch. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes. Guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Captid Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain, or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
$83, or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope, included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
83 or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
Draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
83 or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
83 or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Big tax changes this year could mean a bigger refund, and Jackson Hewitt knows how to get you your biggest. You'll get $100 just to try us. That won't make you filthy rich, but definitely gas plus groceries rich. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back, which would make you low-key loaded. Or at least wealthy adjacent? Go with our trusted pros and get $100 to switch. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes. Guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Is your home uncomfortably cold? It might be because most windows and doors have a huge influence on your home's comfort. Adrian here, owner of Lake Washington Windows and Doors. Our windows are 25% more energy efficient than Energy Star standards, which can help reduce your energy bills by up to 30%. Combined with our Leak Armor installation and lifetime warranty, the investment in your home will be protected for life. Choose Lake Washington Windows and Doors, a name you can trust. Visit lakewashingtonwindows.com.
3-time Grammy winner, MacArthur Fellow, a voice the Associated Press calls a marvel. Cecile McLaurin-Salvant brings jazz, blues, and fearless originality to Dimitro's Jazz Alley, February 12th through 15th. Tickets at jazzalley.com.
We live here in Washington. I travel all over the state for work.
Affordable short-term rentals help us stay together and make Hazel feel at home.
Now Olympia is considering a huge tax increase on short-term rentals,
pricing us and other families out, since more than half of short-term rentals here are used by Washingtonians.
Costs on everything are going up.
Please tell legislators not to make our trips more expensive too.
Paid for by Airbnb helps our state thrive. Host PAC.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Jillian Raftery. The Trump administration is moving to make it easier to fire tens of thousands of federal workers in senior positions. CBS correspondent Allison Keyes reports.
OPM's action affects some 50,000 high-ranking career employees whose jobs focus on executing the Trump administration's policies. It would block them from appealing firings, suspensions, or disciplinary action to an independent board. The AFGE union says the rule opens the door to political patronage, silences whistleblowers, and chills protected speech. The union and other organizations sued to block the policy as it was being developed. Allison Keyes, CBS News, Washington.
And the president is planning to officially unveil his Trump RX pharmacy website today.
The website will connect people directly to discounts negotiated between the White House and drug companies, including Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and Eli Lilly. The website itself doesn't sell the drugs. It acts as a portal to manufacturers' websites, which will offer drugs that reflect most favored nation prices. Those are the prices paid by other developed nations. The deal, which cuts out pharmacy benefit managers or the middlemen, helps consumers who do not have health insurance or other coverage for prescription drugs. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
The Washington legislature is weighing whether to allow riders to use the right shoulder in high traffic conditions. It would eliminate rear-end crashes and keep some bikes from overheating. They say riders would have to re-enter traffic for anything on the shoulder and take the first exit. Larry Walker from Abate, Washington, testified in favor of the bill last session.
Give us the credit that we're not going to be idiots about this. We're going to be very wise, and thank you very much.
This bill would not allow lane splitting. You can find more on this at mynorthwest.com. At least 2 student walkouts are planned today to protest immigration crackdowns in our region. An email to parents at Bishop Blanchette High School in North Seattle said students are planning a demonstration at 11 a.m. and that they will be respected but not excused from class automatically. We're also getting word of a walkout at Federal Way High School at about noon. Now we're going to check your KIRO News Radio traffic, and we are looking a little bit better. 167 northbound is still very heavy. We had a collision there right before the merge with 405 northbound on the left lane. There's responders there, and that's making the backup worse. At one point, it was a 3-mile, very thick backup, but volumes have reduced. 405 northbound through the S-curves, just a little bit of a snag, about a 1-minute delay. And traffic is all but abated in the downtown core in Seattle. There is still a little bit of a backup starting at Shoreline, just a few-minute delay getting into downtown. This traffic report brought to you by Seattle Sports. We are going to be partly cloudy today, starting cloudy tomorrow as well, with partial sunshine expected late. A high of 60 to get today and 59 tomorrow. It's 49 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Thursday edition of the Gee and Ursula Show. We sure appreciate you hanging out with us. I just want to keep you all up to date because the FBI and the Pima County Sheriff's Office is holding a news conference right now, and they're just announcing a $50,000 reward in the Nancy Guthrie case. And the sheriff is saying that they believe the mom of Today host Savannah Guthrie is still out there. But you'll hear more details as they become available. But just wanted you to know that they are now offering a reward, and they do believe that she is still out there. This story is just so heartbreaking. I don't know if you had a chance to see the video that was released by the family with Savannah and her sister and her brother all speaking about their mom and trying to describe their mom. But the FBI also is saying right now that any action taken on ransom will ultimately be decided by the family. Okay, we're going to switch gears because obviously as we get closer and closer to Sunday, everyone is making their predictions and how this game is going to shake out. And KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey left us this report before he is heading out to Santa Clara.
So many Super Bowl predictions heading into Sunday's big game. A toddler on the internet named Atlas made his pick between the New England Me's because he says the logo looks like him.
Who's that? Me. That's you? You sure?
Yes. And the Seattle Seals based on the Hawks logo, and the winner...
Who's gonna win? You or the Seals?
Seals.
The Seals are gonna beat you?
A lion at the Blank Park Zoo in Des Moines, Iowa favored a barrel with a Seahawks logo on it instead of a Patriots logo, and her trainers cheered. Yeah! Also picking the Hawks, Kenya the giraffe at a zoo in Florida, Fiona the hippo in Cincinnati. And Las Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas, baby, Vegas.
The craziest prop bets include which Bay Area landmark will appear first on TV, the Golden Gate Bridge or Alcatraz, will anyone streak the field, and which song will the crowd sing first, Neil Diamond or
Country roads take me home.
John Denver. For people who follow the mystical, astrologers and tarot card readers predict the same thing.
It does say that the Seahawks is the stronger team.
They also predict 2 fumbles and a wildly controversial moment or a game-deciding call in the game. With Neptune and Aries, expect a big year for Leos like Coach Mike McDonald. And for numerology buffs, remember what Coach Mike said raising the NFC Championship trophy.
I'll tell you what, this is the power of 12 is 1, man. This is the heck of a job.
That's right, in 2026, 2 + 0 + 2 + 6 = 10, and 1 + 0 = 1. Finally, our very own Chris Sully Sullivan's cats, Chico and Sammy, made their predictions. Which bowl of food would they go for at the bottom of Sully's stairs?
Coming up first, Chico. All right, dude, who you got? I think Chico picked the Seahawks. And up next in our Super Bowl challenge, it's Sammy taking her own sweet time. Where are we going, kitty? And she picked the Seahawks. Way to go, Chico and Sammy. Hawks all the way, baby.
Luke Ducey. KIRO News Radio.
Okay, G.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of people are betting on this game. I just saw that there was one person who bet $1 million. And it was the first seven-figure wager to come in on the Seattle Seahawks to win the Super Bowl, and it's for a good cause. It's a Florida attorney who announced that he wagered $1 million on the Hawks at Hard Rock, but it's to benefit pediatric cancer research. Okay, I like that. If you're going to bet $1 million.
When you said bet, it was like you just had nails on the chalkboard, Ursula.
Uh-huh.
You know I don't like that betting.
I know.
You know I don't like that gambling and all that.
I know.
And that's another thing that's changed from 11 years ago. The sports betting world. And oh, by the way, around me, oh my goodness. Well, look what we have here. Right next to me. Let's see, I don't know if you can see it. Paul, you recognize DraftKings, don't you, sir?
Yep. Oh, there, I see it right there.
It's right
front
here.
and center, yes. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see big sponsor, prime spot, where everyone's going to see it. I mean, people are betting on crazy, crazy things, like some long shot wagers coming in. For example, one bettor wagered $1,000 on Patriots kicker Andres Borregales to win MVP at 300-1 odds.
Jeez. I mean, some of the bets are just outrageous. You can bet on the coin toss. You can bet on the color of what the Gatorade will be when they splash it at the end of the game. You can bet on how long or short the national anthem is going to be. It's crazy when the Super Bowl comes.
The props are, it's insane. And then it just makes people be irresponsible. I mean, like you said, that kicker one, it's like, come on. Like, you got to, like, let's be real here. But I guess you never know what might happen. But I'd be lying if I didn't say I haven't participated this season. So.
Okay, hey, G, watching you, your head's like on a swivel. Like, who are you looking at, and what are you watching? And describe the scene right now.
Okay, right now it's anytime that you've asked me what's it like, and I've been saying, oh, it's crazy, it's getting busy.
Yeah,
I lied. This right now,
yeah,
you can't move. Like it is so crazy. And it's interesting that you and I, in the last segment, we were talking about the changes in media. And so what I did for you and Paul, I just took my phone out and I wanted to record and show you everything around me. And I don't know if you guys can watch on YouTube, and I'll just show you. Like, everybody is walking around with a camera and a cell phone and a microphone. Before on Radio Row, you could not move your stuff. So everybody's stationary. And people are just, you bring a camera, you bring a microphone, and you got everything. So a second ago, a local hero from Stillicum, Emeka Abuka, he just came by. So during the segment, I hugged him and his mom.
I saw that.
Here.
Yeah,
you saw that. So I'm talking to them. So I apologize if I get distracted, but sometimes they don't even know
the action.
They don't even know if I'm doing a show. They're like, "Hey, G, how you doing?" And I'm like, and then but then again, the Gee and Ursula Show, they're used to it. Ursula's got it.
Yeah. People don't realize in the middle of me talking to you, you could be doing like 18 other different things. I'm used to it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy.
Well,
and
can we post? Yeah, take some pictures. Let's have some Gee and Ursula Show exclusive pictures that you can post on our Facebook page.
Okay, I'll tell you what. During the break, I'm going to take a bunch of pictures.
Yeah.
And I'll let you guys decide which ones.
Okay.
And then we'll come back for scenarios.
And we've got someone who texted in a scenario, and it's a good one.
All right.
Has to do with the game.
Gee and Ursula.
What's my voice sound? Pretty good?
Better than I thought it would. The John Curley Show.
I was really trying to work with my diaphragm.
Weekdays 3 to 7.
I was screaming as everybody else was screaming, and all of a sudden the muscles in my neck tightened up and it shut off blood in my head. I thought I almost passed out. I was so close.
What if you died?
Well, I would have been paying no attention to me. Like, get up, Dad.
Watch The John Curley Show live on YouTube.
Well, this week's First Mark Challenge victory goes to Roger. Roger, why did you call First Mark Insurance?
Over the last several years, my homeowner's insurance policies just kept on going up and up and up. For years, it was $1,100. Last year, it was $2,500. And this year, $5,000. That's what got me to call First Mark Insurance.
Were they able to save you any money?
Absolutely. Within a couple of days, came up with a proposal that blew my socks off. It was an amazing amount of reduction in cost.
Did they improve your coverage while saving you all that money?
They did both. The coverage is better and the cost is substantially less. It's half as much as I was paying last year. I recommend First Mark to anyone who is looking to get better coverage at less cost.
Well, Roger did it, my family did it, and you got to do it, and it's totally free. Take the First Mark Challenge and see how much they can save you and how much better your coverage will get. Maybe you will be our next First Mark Challenge victory. Just go to firstmarkinsurance.com. First Mark Insurance. They work for you.
Thank you, Dr. Wagner. I have a really bad left hip. In fact, this other doctor's like, well, they're going to have to get a hip replacement. I was like, oh, my God. He goes, how old are you? I told him, well, you're going to have to wait a couple of years because we don't want you to wear the hip out. We want you and the hip to both go to heaven together. I was like, well, in the meantime, well, try stretching, aspirin. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm in pain. I can't sleep. I could barely walk. I'd get off a plane and I'm like struggling to even make it down the ramp. I go to see Dr. Wagner. He explains to me how the stem cell procedure works. It's 90 minutes, and I'm telling you right now, I love it. So rather than surgery, make an appointment to see Dr. Wagner. It could be the game changer for you, like it's been for a whole bunch of other people as well. So whether it's your hip or your wrist or your shoulder, your knee, check out Dr. Mark Wagner. I'm telling you right now, stem cell procedure could be the answer for you, as it's been for me. You want to find out more? drmarkwagnermd.com. That's drmarkwagnermd.com.
Why is K2 Vision RLE a permanent solution to glasses, contacts, and readers? How is it that you'll never develop a cataract after K2 Vision RLE? And how is RLE different from LASIK?
Hey, it's Doctors King and Kopstein from K2 Vision RLE. We'll answer those questions and others when you join us for our free live webinar today at noon. Andy, what are some of the other questions you hear?
Well, how long is the procedure and recovery? Or who's a good candidate for RLE?
And we'll also answer, how much does RLE cost? Is there financing available? Does insurance pay for RLE?
Find out how K2 Vision RLE is the permanent solution to glasses, contacts, and readers.
And cataracts too.
Right, no more cataracts.
K2 Vision's free live webinar today at noon. Space will be limited, so register now at k2visionrle.com.
Join us at our free live webinar today at noon. Sign up at k2visionrle.com.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
John Curley here. We value things that last. Local businesses, relationships, community. That's Madrona Financial and CPAs. They've been serving Washington families for decades, combining taxes and investments under one roof. Most firms just do one or the other, but not both. That's why Madrona offers the Madrona Analysis, a simple review of income, taxes, and investments in one plan. Call 833-673-7373 for your complimentary Madrona Analysis. Madrona Financial and CPAs, local, trusted, and here to put the whole picture together.
The Boat Show, the Boat Show,
the Big Seattle Boat Show.
The Big Seattle Boat Show ends this Saturday, February 2nd.
7. It's the best time to buy with big selection, big discounts, and big fun for everyone. It's a big deal. Presented by Sundance Yachts and Port of Seattle. Make it a date Friday evenings with Boat Show After Dark, featuring unforgettable ambiance, music, food, beer, and wine. Details and discount tickets at seattleboatshow.com.
It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Good morning to you. Ursula, how about those? That gives you a little bit of an understanding of the action here?
Oh,
those
yeah.
pictures?
Yes, we're going to post them on our Gee and Ursula Show Facebook page as soon as we get a second. Because, again, if we're looking at just the three of us trying to do what we do, again, there's limitation as to what we can do, right? My point from that last segment.
Ursula, you know what? You don't like the future, do you?
Oh, I love the future. I love the future, but I also understand what it takes to actually get a good story or to do investigative journalism. And it's not something that you can just do on the surface.
I'd argue, Ursula, that there's more investigative journalism being done today than 30, 40 years ago. Imagine the stories that did not get told. Would you agree with that? Would you agree that there were stories and there were?
Yeah.
Wait. Are you saying that all?
I think that there are a lot of things that are happening with video and technology today that did not happen before. Yes, I will say that, and more people are being held to account because of what we can see on video and the technology that is available. But I will also say that we are losing when we keep cutting and cutting and cutting these newsrooms. I'm sorry, you're not going to convince me otherwise. It's not good.
Okay. All right. Scenarios.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Please help. What would you do if you were hosting the Super Bowl, hosting the Super Bowl, and you had guests that wanted to watch opposite halftime shows? Oh, my husband says we uninvite the people that want to watch Kid Rock because it's our house and our rules, but I absolutely hate confrontation. And I really just wanted to have a nice day to celebrate something fun. I'm also now struggling with being sad about these certain friends and family members that I had no idea that they had a problem with people of a different culture. And now I'm questioning our relationships completely. What would you guys do? 888-973-5476 is the Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. Ursula, you have to bat first.
Well, that's a tough one. I would not disinvite, but I would send out an update on the invitation or call them directly and say, hey, just want you to know that this is how we're going to do it, and we're going to have the Super Bowl halftime show on Bad Bunny and the regular programming. And if you really, really feel like you have to watch the other programming, then you might consider staying home. And I know that this texter said she doesn't like confrontation, but you're going to end up having a confrontation if you don't set expectations before the guests come over. And quite frankly, your guests did not think anything twice about putting you in a spot saying they would want to watch a different kind of show.
Boom. There it is. That's I don't even need to say anything. They don't care about you to put you in this spot right here, right? The fact that they want to tell you, like, hey, you know what? We want to watch the other halftime performance. The audacity is what I say. But, you know, you have those. This is easy for me, Ursula. I don't think it's fair for me to weigh in on this topic.
It is fair for you to weigh in on this topic because it's easy for us. But she said she doesn't like confrontation. Her husband already said don't invite them or disinvite them. Now, I think that would be really hard. But again, I would just go with, hey, this is what we're going to do. These are our rules. We don't want to have any kind of, bad feelings. So if it's really important for you to watch that halftime show, you might consider not coming over.
You always say sometimes you need a little bit more context on some of these topics.
Yes.
Here's what I would be curious of. I'd be curious if they know, because sometimes how people feel about topics and politics a little bit, right? I wonder if they know how they stand. I wonder if they know that the husband would even think to uninvite them for a topic like this. I wonder if they just did that to just check the temperature and see what they'd say, or if they actually thought that they would change their mind and watch the other.
I would bet, I'm going to be going to a party where I would bet that there are people who, maybe think differently than I do when it comes to, what makes a good halftime show, what, politically speaking or whatever. But again, I'm a guest in someone else's house. I'm going to watch what they provide me. Now, Jerry in the 206, and I'm curious what you think about this, Paul and Nick. Give them a little TV. Should you appease them and say, okay, I'm going to give you a smaller TV or you can go into another room?
I mean, if it's that big of a deal to you, then I would say you have your phone. You can go sit and put your headphones in and watch in the corner and then enjoy that way. But if you want to bring it up and make it a whole big thing and march into someone else's house and make that the theme of the night, get out of here. You're instigating in that thing. If it's really that important for you to watch the halftime show, then you can fire it up on your phone. You can separate, sit away from the party or sit in a separate room and then come back together. I probably wouldn't, uninvite you. But
and I really, I realized, I assumed that a lot of people, Diane says, I'm confused. What other halftime performance? So Turning Point USA is going to host a different halftime performance because so many people were upset about Bad Bunny, and they're going to have their own list of performers. I think headlined by
Kid Rock is the big name. Yeah, I mean it's I don't know. It's
Nick,
just,
I guess that is an alternative form. But if you have an issue with the halftime show going into this party, you should already know there's going to be an issue with you trying to change the channel before the music gets started. Because the fact of the matter is, the status quo and the regular tradition is to just keep it on the same channel and watch what the NFL has to offer. Now, if you really have your struggles keeping the eyes on the show, or even simply hearing what's going on in the other room while it's going on, nothing's stopping you from starting your own party at your place. But if you're going to go somewhere else, it's their rules and it's their rules in their crib to call the shots. Find that group that has the same mindset as you and head on back to your own place if you have your struggles. But I wouldn't say it's that big of a deal to just put up with it. It's just music and a show.
I mean, I wish it would be just music and a show, but you know how often, there are people,
some people
who get
overthink
so
these things,
upset about the halftime show.
Yeah,
I know. I just wish collectively we all got upset about the Epstein files. Hey, Ursula, good stuff. Coming up next at 11 o'clock hour, 11:30, we do agree to disagree.
Oh my gosh.
Ursula, what we doing at the top of 11?
Oh no, we got a few things to talk about. One is work from home. The Seattle Times, which does great work, actually broke it down. And my question after looking at this is working from home really making lives better for everybody, or certain segments of the population who happen to be doing a little bit better? Okay, we'll talk about that next.
All right, Gee Ursula.
This is what it's all about, right?
We are going to the Super Bowl!
The pure joy.
It's a great time to be alive for Seattle fans.
It's why we're 12s.
Super Bowl, baby, let's go!
And Sunday, when history is written in Super Bowl 60, isn't there only one voice you want to hear tell the story?
A one-hander, JSN!
Wherever you are on Sunday, listen to Steve Rabel call the Seahawks and Patriots in Super Bowl 60, live and free on the KIRO Newsradio app. KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle.
Remember that time we were driving through France and for some reason we didn't have GPS?
Oh, for some reason? That reason would be that you didn't plug your phone in because you didn't have a charger.
Yeah, because I let you borrow my phone so you could call your mother, and you're on the phone for like 30 minutes telling her where we are. But that aside, we didn't know where we were going. We did fight a little bit because we didn't know where we were going. I think that Longevity Medical Clinic is like the GPS for us. They tell us which turns to make. They tell us which directions to go, right?
They do. And now I feel like the two of us together have a clear path and we have more control over our own health care.
Right, exactly. So you don't have to get out of the car and try to find information somewhere. It's all right there. As you're aging, all the little sort of turns you have to make in order to be able to have lots of energy and to enjoy your life. So for as far as I'm concerned, Longevity Medical Clinic is our GPS. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at lmclinic.com. That's lmclinic.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo.
Your best source for local news.
Newly released police video shows the arrest of a 17-year-old.
KIRO News Radio.
File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction or your money back. File today the easy way in the Credit Karma app.
I'm worried.
About what?
Water.
Oh?
Hot water, if you really want to know.
Water heater worries?
Worried it's wearing down.
Running out?
The hot doesn't last like it used to.
So you're...
Worried.
I got a guaranteed fix.
Let me guess. A new water heater.
Right, but...
That's what worries me.
Well, worry no more.
Why?
What you need is an Apollo Plumbing water heater.
Because?
We include Wrenchy's worry-free warranty.
Wrenchy's what?
Worry-free warranty.
Which means?
When it wears out, we replace it.
No extra charge.
As an A-List Club member, you're covered for life.
For life?
For as long as you're an A-List member. You get annual life-extending water heater flushes included.
So it lasts longer.
Right.
And when it needs replacement,
you're covered.
With no worries.
Because it's Wrenchy's
worry-free warranty.
What else would you expect from the Ready Right Now plumbers?
Apollo Plumbing.
Home of Wrenchy's worry-free warranty.
What about tankless ones?
Worry-free too.
Gotta love that Wrenchy.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
3 more days until Super Bowl 60. The only station where you hear Steve Rabel call the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
A lot has changed in 50 years. The Seattle skyline, how we interact with one another, and a new way to hear the Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
Download the KIRO Newsradio app, where you can listen to Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman call the Super Bowl for free.
That is music to the ears.
It's the Seahawks and Patriots in Super Bowl 60. Kickoff Sunday at 3:30 on the only station the Seahawks have called home for 50 years. KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Flace with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. If you own firearms, it's your responsibility to make sure they're always stored safely. Hiding them in a closet or drawer is not enough. Kids know where they are. Research shows the risk of injury and death is lower if guns are stored unloaded and locked up, with the ammunition locked in a separate place. This is important when children are young, as well as when they grow into teenagers. For more, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
It's a bully, but we aren't afraid of a fight. It's elusive, but our focus never fades. It's deadly, but we were born to defeat cancer. You may not have heard of us, but our work has helped millions impacted by cancer. We are the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. We are leaders in advancing breakthroughs in immunotherapy, genomics, and personalized medicine. This research saves lives. After 65 years of fighting blood cancers, we've arrived at a game-changing belief. The cures for cancer are in our blood. The drugs and treatments we've developed for blood cancers have helped people affected by many different types of cancers. We are the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Beating cancer is in our blood. Learn more at LLS.org.
Copper wire thieves are striking hitting sound transit lines. We'll give you the details in just a moment. But first, we're going to go to KIRO News Radio traffic, where we have a welcome update on northbound 167. All lanes have reopened just south of 405 after an earlier collision near Renton. That clears things up, and that slowing is just about dissipated. Just a little bit of slowing getting into that merge and then up through the S curves, where I believe a new collision has happened on 405 northbound, just north of Sunset Boulevard northeast. Luckily, there's not a whole lot of volume in that area, so it's only going to cost you about a minute. And except for that, it's just about a speed limit drive almost anywhere you want to go. A little bit of slowing getting into Seattle on I-5 southbound from 145th through the Ship Canal, but not so bad. Traffic is moving pretty well despite the volume. There's also a little bit of a backup on the West Seattle Bridge merge to I-5. No collision there. I think just a little bit of extra volume merging, so be mindful of that. I know West Seattle drivers get very frustrated in that merge, so give yourself a few extra minutes so you don't get too stressed out. This report brought to you by Seattle Sports. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. A young child in Kitsap County has died of the flu, marking the second pediatric flu-related death of this season. County Public Health Officer Dr. Herbie Duber.
The flu season in Kitsap and in Washington at large has been pretty significant. I will tell you as a practicing emergency physician that I've seen a lot of cases of flu this year. It's not necessarily as high as we've seen in other years, but it is pretty significant.
Dr. Duber says it's not too late to get the shot. Expect to see a large police presence at the Mukilteo Ferry dock tomorrow. The State Patrol is conducting a massive training exercise.
So that the first time that they're on one of the vessels or in one of the terminals is not during a critical incident, potentially.
Trooper Kevin Fortino says sailings are already canceled for in-water construction work during that time, 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Copper wire thieves are partly to blame for delays on Sound Transit's light rail line between Angle Lake and Federal Way. The trains have been dealing with electrical issues since service began last month. The Seattle Times reports thieves are ripping the wires and damaging other infrastructure. Train service will be shut down between Angle Lake and Federal Way on Saturday for repairs and inspections. Construction has begun on the new Renton Transit Center. KIRO 7's DD Sun has more.
The center will serve as a major stop for Sound Transit's Stride S1 line, King County Metro, and the future Rapid Ride I line, making trips faster as well as more reliable for thousands of riders who depend on public transit every day.
Vegas odds makers are placing their bets on the Seahawks, favored by 4.5 points in the Super Bowl. More from KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey.
Josh Allen shared just yesterday he's pulling for the Hawks. He did it on First Things First.
Sam Darnold, that's my boy. I'm rooting for my man there.
So how is AI predicting the game? Here we go. Gemini says Seahawks 24, Patriots 20. ChatGPT says the Seahawks are more likely to win. And Claude leaning to the Seahawks because of their defense, 27-24.
Luke will be in Santa Clara for the big game on Sunday. Now let's get a check of our weather. We're going to stay partly cloudy the rest of today and morning clouds tomorrow with partial sunshine expected late and a high of 59 degrees. It's 49 degrees in downtown Seattle right now. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. I am live here at Radio Row down in San Francisco. Ursula is in studio. Ursula, good morning.
Good morning. I know it's just like a whirlwind of activity behind you.
Yeah.
And just knowing how you are, I bet it's hard. You're doing such a great job of concentrating on the show, given all the craziness that's surrounding you.
Ursula, okay. You know what? Thank you for saying that.
No, I mean it because I know you.
It is so hard to do this show. Imagine this. Imagine doing your job and your work, whatever it is that you do for a living. Imagine doing that job in the center of whatever your favorite activity is.
Yes.
And while everybody is enjoying and doing things, you are doing your job.
Which you enjoy, in fairness.
Yeah, but
I know, but it's hard.
The overstimulation right now for me, it is like.
Yes, you are doing an incredible job. Okay, so coming up at 11:30, of course we do agree to disagree, but I want to share, because we have some exclusive content, and on Radio Row, you were able to talk to someone named Rob Parker.
Yeah.
So tell us about him.
Well, Rob Parker, right now in the media world, he's someone that he says the things that people are thinking but would never say. And the whole Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft, New England Patriots, that topic, yeah, sure, Deflategate was a deal and people talked about it. But then lately, Ursula, what's been happening is they've been talking about the fact that they did not get first ballot. And you see Blitz right here, into screen right here.
Yeah,
so,
I do. Hi, Blitz. He's making it hard for you to concentrate. Okay, so we're going to play while he's rubbing himself against you. I'm going to go ahead and have us play the video.
They're serial cheaters, the whole franchise.
Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft, not first ballot Hall of Famers. Your thoughts?
I think it's spot on. I give the voters credit for not picking those guys. They're serial cheaters, the whole franchise, and I want us to be consistent. If you don't want Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame, and you don't want Pete Rose, and you don't want Roger Clemens, then Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft, and Tom Brady shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame either.
Whoa. Okay, you can see more of that interview on the reset, but you were not kidding about he does not mince words.
Oh, right. Now, I'm going to tell you something. So I'm not going to say who, but I had some players reach out to me when that first happened, and they heard my response about Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft not getting into the Hall of Fame. I said that they should have been first ballot no matter what. I got some messages telling me, oh, so you condone cheating? And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I agree with Rob, actually. I agree. If there's even a sniff of, that's the whole thing with Pete Rose. If there is evidence of cheating, yeah. And Tom Brady, is he the true GOAT?
Wait. So, Ursula, I was not prepared for this. Are you saying in front of everyone right now, I'm going to ask you, does Tom Brady deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Okay, I need to ask some questions, clarifying questions, and then I'll give you a very clear answer, if that's okay.
Okay.
So, was it proven that there were some shenanigans going on, like Deflategate and other things? You could fill me in more.
And Spygate? Yes.
And Spygate that gave them an advantage. That other teams did not have access to or did not do in kind. It also.
Enough to where the NFL disciplined them.
Okay. Then, yeah, he does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I may be the one person who's saying this.
No. Here's the thing.
And I know he's incredible, but did he have to cheat?
Barry Bonds isn't in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly. Why?
I got to admit something to you. Here's what I'm saying. Rob Parker, I was not expecting that answer from him, okay? So when he gave it, I've been thinking about it for the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
And I've been really like, well, everyone tries to get an advantage, right? That's kind of what I was telling myself. But that whole everyone is trying to get an advantage is the same thing as could be said about steroids at that time. Everyone was trying to get an advantage.
Right.
And some people got caught and some people didn't. In the case of Spygate. Do I think the New England Patriots are the only team to ever do that? No. Are they the only team that got caught? Yes.
Well, maybe the bigger question is, does the Hall of Fame mean anything anymore?
Yeah, I thought it did. But
okay, I need other people, because other people are much more into sports than I am, and I may be unqualified. This is just my gut reaction, because I'm sorry, if it's proven that you cheated and you cheated toward greatness, that you're not.
Ursula,
that to me is not cool.
You're more than qualified to answer this, because look, people that vote on the Hall of Fame, some of them are writers. Some of them didn't play in the NFL. They didn't play college football. So having an opinion on this topic does not make you right or wrong or unqualified to do so. I think what you're giving is a very legitimate answer right there, and it's giving me pause and making me think.
You know what I'm finding out right now in real time?
What?
That I'm not the only one that feels this way. Whoa. Our text line is coming in strong. And a lot of people are saying the Barry Bonds analogy is spot on, that they agree with me, that they should not be eligible for the Hall of Fame. Yeah, if it is proven that you cheated, you shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
Paul, where's Paul at on that?
I'm here.
What's up?
Man, Ursula's got it right? Cheating is not the answer, but I'm in this tough thing with baseball, specifically with Barry Bonds, right? Where just because you do steroids does not make you as good of a baseball player as Barry Bonds. It makes him a better player. It makes him more able to do the things that he was able to do successfully. I think that there's a place for the Hall of Fame to be a teaching moment where these people can be celebrated for their actions, but you can't have a conversation about the 90s and early 2000s of baseball without some of the biggest cheaters of all time, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, for example. And you can educate them about them, but I can't take it away from people when they say they cheated, they're wrong, they should. Why are we giving cheaters more props? I will say this in the case of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. They've won a lot of Super Bowls, and they've won a lot of other, and they've done it without controversy as well. But
see what happens when you have controversy?
Right,
it ruins the rest of it.
Yeah, and I think it justifiably makes you question the validity of the Hall of Fame. But I think the question that Hall of Fames across all sports ask is it a Hall of Fame based on merit, or is it a Hall of Fame based on the person, who you are can you be a bad person? Maybe you didn't cheat, but if you were a bad person off the field, does that make you eligible for the Hall of Fame as well?
Christopher in Mount Lake Terrace says, maybe we should have a cheating wing in the Hall of Fame. We have a Hall of Fame.
A Hall of Cheaters.
And then we have a Hall of Fame with an asterisk.
Now, check this out. Rob Parker is someone that maybe you've heard of. Rob Parker in the baseball world. Folks definitely know who Rob Parker is, but maybe you haven't. But that answer, I'm telling you, Ursula, that he gave has so many people talking now. Really, it's the first time that I've ever gave pause to now thinking about Tom Brady in the Hall of Fame. I've never even questioned it before until right now.
And there was someone who just texted in and said, now I've got them rethinking their entire life. I didn't mean to do that.
Listen, whoever said that, same for me too. I don't know why I never thought that way before. Maybe I was just I didn't think Spygate was a big deal. Maybe I didn't think Deflategate was a big deal. I don't know, but
wait, is it true that O.J. Simpson is still in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, no, that one needs to be bumped out too. Excuse me.
Well, why would you? You can't get taken out of it because of indiscretions off the field.
Indiscretions.
The reason why I said indiscretion, okay, Ursula, hold on. You always tell me technically.
Technically, yeah, he wasn't convicted of what we all think he's. No, you're correct.
Okay.
You're correct.
So,
Man, but see, this is a slippery slope. And I get it. Okay, we're gonna all think of the text line is going like a slot machine now.
We just talked about this for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Okay, but I want to get some other stuff in because there are people who listen to the show and rely on the show and
Lance Armstrong.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about something else.
Okay.
How will we do that? Okay, because there's brand new census data that shows remote work is still very much alive in King County. That shouldn't be a surprise, but it is concentrated in specific, more affluent places. So this is actually reporting from the Seattle Times, the FYI guy, just again, someone who gives us a lot of information. And at the pandemic peak, about 45 to 47% of Seattle workers were working from home. That number has gone down, but it hasn't disappeared. Today, it's about 20% who are still fully remote across the Seattle, Tacoma, Bellevue region. But where it's happening the most is on the east side, places like Bellevue and Redmond, where tech and professional jobs dominate. In Bellevue alone, the share of people working from home jumped from around 6% before the pandemic to about 26%. And then it's also seen more in higher income neighborhoods with lots of white collar workers in Seattle, inside of Seattle. For example, Queen Anne, Magnolia, Madison Park, and Laurelhurst. They have a lot more of the folks who are able to work from home or at least hybrid. Meanwhile, according to the Seattle Times, neighborhoods with more service-oriented or retail and healthcare workers never had that option. Those workers went back in person or never left at all. So, bottom line, remote work didn't disappear. It actually has sorted itself out by income, education, and zip code. Your thoughts?
I thought you were going to say, wow, G, you've said this before.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? I thought you were going to say, wow, G, you talked about how all the time it's the workers that are usually the highest paid that usually have the opportunity to work from home. And those, the essential workers, the folks that when America closed down, the ones that had to go to work, the ones that worked at the grocery stores, that worked in the hospitals, law enforcement, the people that had to go see the people out there, the essential folks, those are the folks that are least paid out here in society. So this whole work from home thing is for the affluent. It's for those that make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So
it sounds like it's made life better. Okay, and these are just King County figures again. It's made life better for people who are already maybe had it pretty good.
So isn't it a shocker, Ursula? Are you shocked that the majority of the work from home comes from the Bellevue area?
Well, there's parts of Seattle who have it still pretty good. But again, I mean, it also depends on the type of work. That part doesn't surprise me, but it was interesting to see the breakdown. Okay, I want to squeeze in one more thing.
Okay.
Because did you notice that, driving into work today was awesome for me because I was looking at, first of all, it wasn't raining. And secondly, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually seeing light. And I was driving in before 7. So I'm thrilled to tell you that the worst of the quote unquote big dark is officially behind us. So this is from KIRO 7. Meteorologists are saying that we're pretty much done with what they call the solar winter. So that is the stretch when the sun stays painfully low in the sky. And since the start of winter, we've already gained more than an hour of daylight. Have you noticed?
Yes. I notice on my Apple Watch when it tells me, when the time gets later and later when the sun sets, or when it gets ready to go down. So yes, I love it.
It just does something. I feel like I actually have an extra bounce in my step.
Yeah, you've always been. That sun does something for you.
It really does.
But I think the sun does something for all of us, and that's the reason why we in the Pacific Northwest, right? We in the Seattle area. That's why it's such a payoff living here. We got to go through it to get to it, and we go through those rough months. But boy, when it starts getting good, it's real good. Arguably the best in the country. We don't get the extreme weather. We get beautiful. We get green. We get all kinds of stuff.
I know. So thank you that we've made it through yet another big dark. Okay, I had to say it in that voice. Okay, I got to give you a quick update too, because if you're a University of Washington student, or you were during the pandemic when campus was shut down in 2020, check your mailbox, because tens of thousands of former UW students are now getting settlement checks as part of a $4 million class action agreement. So remember, this lawsuit argued that UW was charging full tuition and fees for in-person classes, but then moved everything online during the early days of COVID. Classrooms were closed, libraries are closed, campus facilities closed, but the folks who were paying full freight were like, wait, where's my refund? So the money's coming back, but you know how much they're giving?
How much?
$40.
Oh, wow.
That's like a slap in the face.
Hey,
$40?
Why do you think, in your opinion, why are there so many lawsuits out here? Why is everybody trying to sue?
I actually thought this was a legitimate lawsuit. Remember? I was among those because especially my youngest son was we were paying out-of-state tuition, and we were paying out-of-state tuition even though he had to come home for a little bit and was working out of his childhood bedroom. Like, out-of-state tuition? I mean, I get it. I'm kind of half joking, but $40, that's hardly worth anything. It's like, I guess, thanks.
Yeah, a lot of these class action lawsuits. Matter of fact, my favorite class action lawsuits are the ones against the cell phone companies. And then you get that like $2.18 on your bill credit.
Right.
All right. We got to agree to disagree. We'll do that next. Gee Ursula.
A lot has changed in 50 years. The Seattle skyline, how we interact with one another, and a new way to hear the Seahawks.
Touchdown! Seahawks!
Download the KIRO Newsradio app, where you can listen to Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman call the Super Bowl for free.
That is music to the ears.
It's the Seahawks and Patriots in Super Bowl 60. Kickoff Sunday at 3:30 on the only station the Seahawks have called home for 50 years. KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times?
You're playing the lute. Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
What a good move I made. Let me tell you a quick story. I've done a whole bunch of races and a bunch of other stuff like that, and my left hip started bothering me about 5 years ago. And I go to the doctor, and he's like, you need a hip replacement. I was like, I'm 60. Yeah, we're going to ask you to wait a little while because we don't want you to wear the hip out. We want you and the hip to go into the grave at the same time. I said, what do you do about all this pain? Well, you could, aspirin, and you could continue to do this and that and, sleep with a pillow between your legs. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. Then I was talking to Bob Stelton over there at the sports department. So he went to Dr. Mark Wagner, and I think he had his hip done as well. So I go in there. I said to Dr. Wagner, can you fix my hip? Takes a look at the MRI. Yes. So I got the stem cell procedure. I'm telling you something. This is the best. If you've been thinking about, surgery for your knee, your wrist, your shoulder, or hip, no. Check out Dr. Mark Wagner and go to drmarkwagnermd.com. That's drmarkwagnermd.com.
We live here in Washington. I travel all over the state for work.
Affordable short-term rentals help us stay together and make Hazel feel at home.
Now Olympia is considering a huge tax increase on short-term rentals,
pricing us and other families out, since more than half of short-term rentals here are used by Washingtonians.
Costs on everything are going up.
Please tell legislators not to make our trips more expensive too.
Paid for by Airbnb helps our state thrive. Host PAC.
Where you buy a car matters. At Subaru of Puyallup, it's about safety for every drive, confidence in every season, and a buying experience that is stress-free. It starts with people, friendly, knowledgeable experts who listen. It continues with stress-free pricing, a transparent process, and a high level of care throughout ownership. Start with trust, end with a Subaru you love. Subaru of Puyallup, your stress-free dealership. President's Day special offers available now. Visit SubaruofPuyallup.com, part of the Harnish Auto family.
Your old furnace ain't nice, and your toes are like ice. DayandNight.net. Save $1,700 when you have Day and Night match your current furnace with a qualifying AC or heat pump.
Your furnace is lonely all by itself, but it doesn't have to be. With our Matchmaker Special, we'll match your furnace with a perfect air conditioner or heat pump to keep your furnace company and your home comfy all year round.
Match your furnace to a qualifying cooling system and save $1,700. DayandNight.net.
And this week's First Mark Challenge victory goes to Lonnie. Lonnie, why did you call First Mark Insurance?
We've been with the same insurance company for over 32 years. And my husband said, come on, let's at least try it. And that was the smartest thing we ever did because we saved thousands, literally thousands a year on our insurance. They improved it. It cost me less, and it was a higher value. You know, I can't say enough good things about Scott because everything that he said he'd do, he did.
What do you tell your friends they can expect when they make the call to First Mark?
An easy, profitable, and actually pleasant call. They genuinely are trying to help you, and you can't beat that. We were silly to wait so long. A couple other friends that had called, too, they said, why didn't you tell us about this sooner?
You see, Lonnie did it. My family did it. You got to do it, and it's totally free. Go take the First Mark Challenge today. See how much they can save you and how much better your coverage will get. Maybe you will be our next First Mark Challenge victory. Go to firstmarkinsurance.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Hi, I'm Jen from Sky Nursery. If you're like me, you're itching to get out in the garden and get your hands in the soil. So check out Sky's full schedule of gardening events to help you get ready for spring. Learn about pruning fruit trees, tips for roses, a 2-day Wonders of Willow festival, hanging basket workshops, and more. Want to grow your own vegetables? I'll be sharing insights from 2 decades of veggie gardening in the Northwest. Anyone can do it. Learn more and get ready for spring at skynursery.com.
Compassion, communication, results. That's Pendergast Law Personal Injury Lawyers. Go to pendergastlaw.com. That's pendergastlaw.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. A $50,000 reward is now being offered for information that helps find Nancy Guthrie. She's the mother of NBC News anchor Savannah Guthrie, who vanished last week from her home in Tucson. At a news conference today, John Edwards, head of the FBI's Tucson office, spoke directly to the family.
Please know that we are doing everything to bring your mother home.
Some media outlets have gotten unverified ransom letters.
Has there been any proof of life, and has there been any sign of life?
Anything to deal with the ransom notes and that, I would defer to the FBI. But no, to my knowledge, we're still looking for Nancy.
After this week's news that state Democrats are proposing a millionaire's tax, Washington State School Superintendent Chris Rakedahl wants a good portion of that money to go towards education.
While we're talking taxes, which can be this narrow conversation, we sometimes lose the why, and that is why I'm here. The state's paramount duty is education.
Rakedahl is calling for 2 years of free college tuition to Washington's in-state public colleges and universities, as well as free meals for all students. Rakedahl also wants a reduction in state property taxes for homeowners. A one-line mention in the governor's calendar will have basketball fans fired up. Washington Governor Bob Ferguson had a meeting scheduled with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver today at 11:15. The meeting was a late addition to the schedule. No details on the purpose were released. A very important Super Bowl update now on the bet between the mayors of Seattle and Boston. Here's KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey.
Last week, I told you Mayor Wilson was in negotiations.
There's been some talk of Dungeness crab and lobster. Also some talk about, wearing each other's jerseys while riding public transit.
Well, the spokesperson tells me it looks like it's going to be Dungeness crab versus lobster from Boston, which is actually probably going to be from Maine, really. I bet still tastes yummy with a little melted butter, doesn't it?
Luke will be in Santa Clara covering the game on Sunday. Now, a quick check of traffic. We are very light and almost a speed limit drive everywhere you want to go. Just a little pressure getting on southbound I-5, getting into downtown Seattle through the Ship Canal. Other than that, a speed limit drive. This report brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino. Live professional boxing is back with the main event February 6th at the Emerald Queen Casino. The main event powered by WFC February 6th. Only at Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. We are going to stay cloudy but dry today with a high of 60 degrees. It's 49 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Always love it when I get a chance to meet some of our listeners in person. And Tom, I just got a chance to meet him during the break, so that was really fun. Gee, he is Tom, who is always giving us support from day one, always saying the kindest words, even on the darkest days. Just love listeners. Okay, but it is time for us to agree to disagree, brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters.
One of these days, we just got to take off the gloves and just really go at it.
All right, this one is for all the parents out there that are planning their kids a big day. I want to know how much is too much, because if you have a Disney-obsessed kid that wants to have their big day at one of the big parks, well, there's a new venue available to them, and it's the legendary Haunted Mansion. Yes, you and 25 guests can go in the courtyard and get yourself a nice, beautiful ceremony at the park. Here's the kicker, though. It'll cost you between $25,000 and $40,000. So, Gee, I want to start with a question for you. How much is too much when it comes to a wedding venue, and would you ever do something like this for your kids?
No. Forget them kids.
Ursula, I couldn't have said it better.
I've heard you say that before.
Things like that, or I, for 1 second, thought about throwing a big 50th birthday party for myself. And I thought about it for like 5 minutes. Because who's this party for? Is it a party for me, or is it a party for everyone else? Because you start looking at the price of it, it's crazy. So same thing with this wedding or anything like that. Who's it for? Is it for the couple getting married, or is it for everyone else? Is it more of a look at me? To me, I think in today's times, we continue to invest more into weddings than we do marriages. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. If you want to spend $100,000, and I know there's some wedding planners that was like, "Gee, shut up." Okay, I'll shut up right now. If you guys want to spend it, cool.
To each their own, right? I mean, so for me, I was not the young girl who dreamt every day of, the day I get married, it's going to have to be this lavish thing. It's going to have to be this perfect location. It's going to have to be the most expensive gown, blah, 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 blah. And quite frankly, my parents were in no position to, spend that kind of money. I'm one of 5 kids. And at that point, Mark and I were already working. And so, we put some of our own money in. We had help from our parents and help from his parents. But again, ultimately, what I have truly loved seeing is when parents I mean, if they're in a position to do it, when parents say, hey, this is the amount that I can give and I'm offering this to you, and then the couple decides to do something like, hey, we're just going to have something really small and use that amount of money for a down payment. And I always think of my niece who did this. The parents on both sides gave them a certain amount of money. They got married on a mountain, the two of them and a photographer and someone who could officiate.
Yep.
And then they had a very small reception, and they were able to buy a house in Everett with help from that down payment, is what I'm trying to say. So, I know that there are some people who think nothing of spending $250,000 for a wedding, and that's nuts in my mind, because there's so much more you could do with that.
How important is the venue, Ursula? And this doesn't have to be for weddings, but I'm just saying, is a venue, when you're planning something big, planning a party, should the venue be one of your biggest expenses, or do you think, like you said, if you can get creative?
It usually is one of the biggest, food and drink, actually, and venue. But for me, the wedding is about the people. Mm-hmm. So, Gee, you were saying, well, who's this event for? I mean, for me, it's about the friends and family that you're going to have there. And ultimately, that means it's for me and my husband or, our family, because the people we love most in the world are going to be there celebrating this monumental occasion, whether it's your 50th or your 60th or your wedding. Like, do you,
yeah.
What did you decide on your 50th, by the way? Because I know you were asking.
Oh, on my actual birthday.
Yeah.
I'm working, and then on my actual birthday, shocker, right? And then the next day, I'm gonna probably do something at the house, have my favorite meal cooked. Look, I'm not about to spend $10,000+. Here's what's crazy. How am I spending money on my birthday?
Well, that's usually how it goes.
Okay. I think I'm at the point in my life, if I'm going to spend money, that money going to be for me.
I love it.
All right, Gee, you have been out there on Radio Row all this week, keeping us up to date on everything going on here. But I've wondered if you've reached out to Ursula about this. What's the one piece of memorabilia you'd want to snag from this week? Ursula, I'll start with you. If you could get one thing from Super Bowl week, what would it be? Would it be just like you got your new hoodie on there, you just want something that says, hey, we're at the Super Bowl? Or would you want something like confetti from the field or something like that? What would be the perfect piece of memorabilia for this Seahawks season for you?
Something that would be related to the Seahawks winning.
So like confetti, like the
so
confetti that falls down at
sure.
the end there.
I'm not a big memorabilia person, though.
You don't want like the framed newspaper in the office or something
newspaper,
like that.
Yeah, before they all go away. Yeah, sure, I'll take that.
There you go. Gee, what have you had your eyes on? What's the coolest thing that you've seen down there that you've thought about taking back with you?
You know what? You're catching me off guard. I know I have a flight that I'm getting ready to go catch. I know, shocker. I'm getting ready to go. I have to fly to Chicago. Let's see. I guess I need to go at least get a Super Bowl hat. But if we're being honest, I think the one thing that I want, I was thinking about this morning. It's not memorabilia, but I was thinking, what do I want if and when the Seahawks win on Sunday? I want Jackson Smith and Jigba. I want JSN to be in front of the camera with me and say it with me. And I want him to say, I'm the best in the world.
Oh.
That's what I want.
He would never do that, would he? Unless he was...
After the Super Bowl?
After the Super Bowl?
Oh my gosh, all the commercials. Oh my gosh,
After
you're
the Super
so
Bowl?
right.
That's all I want.
I think even if they win the game, he's so humble he wouldn't do that.
Right?
Right?
We've now G's introduced us a couple of times, and I don't think that I just can't see him doing it.
Well, 425 said, I think this is right. Picture with the team holding the trophy. That would be the best. I would love that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know one that you probably can't get that I think would be really cool? Physical tickets.
I was just going to say the same thing. I don't think they do that thing anymore,
right?
but that's the best.
Yeah, that would be great with a little image on it right there. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Text messages, feedback, and then we'll have Ursula's Words to Live By.
We knew the foundation was strong.
Last year, everything was new.
But this?
We are going to the Super Bowl!
Doubters? What doubters?
We did not care.
We've been playing dominant football all year.
Now, the stage is set to finish by claiming the ultimate prize. Seahawks Patriots in Super Bowl 60. Kickoff with Steve Rabel on the call. Sunday at 3:30 on the home of the Seahawks. KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rurecka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Get ready, because it's here. The first huge public online auction of the new year from the James G. Murphy Company, and it's underway now. We're stacked and packed with a vast assortment of heavy construction equipment, trucks, trailers, and more, like 17 excavators, 6 dozers, including a 2012 John Deere 700K XLT, 4 wheel loaders, a grader, a 2021 Kenworth T270 propane delivery truck, a 2023 Volvo Auto Transporter, 6 Peterbilt 567 tractors, 6 dump trucks, forklifts, boom lifts, loaders, graders, and utility trucks. But wait, there's more, like over 100 unused gas-powered excavators, flatbed trucks, and on and on. We are on fire with gear. Preview all items Tuesday and Wednesday, February 10th and 11th at our location in Marysville. Do not miss the first huge public online auction of the new year. Check murphyauction.com for all details. murphyauction.com. murphyauction.com.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
I'm Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY, and I want to talk to you about football. It's exciting when Seattle fans shake the earth. You can even feel that energy on your 100-inch variable refresh QLED surround sound 7.1. At 1-800-DUI-AWAY, we know that enjoying the game often involves alcohol. And the police know it too. Have fun, be responsible on game day, and pace yourself. If you feel sacked in the fourth quarter, get a designated driver to take you to your end zone. If you get carried away with too many Bloody Marys after too many Hail Marys, call for a timeout. You get the point. Be safe. Call 1-800-DUI-AWAY or go to 1-800-DUI-AWAY.com. Watching the game in your blue and green jersey is a lot more fun than wearing an orange jumpsuit.
1-800-DUI-AWAY! For nearly 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance, including me. John Curley here. Save up to $2,000 on new heating and cooling systems. Free consultation at HomeComfortAlliance.com. For comfort, call the comfort people. HomeComfortAlliance.com.
Olympic Hot Tub is celebrating Seattle's championship football team and the big game day ahead with a massive blue and green savings blitz. Get champion level wellness, a huge savings. Score big on saltwater hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges. Hey, it's Ryan Roland Smith. Let's make wellness and feeling terrific part of your everyday game plan. Don't let the clock run out. These winning deals end Sunday. OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life. Go Seattle.
It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Happy Thursday to everybody. Ursula, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yes.
When I just said happy Thursday,
Yes.
I had to think. I had to think long and hard what day it is. Yeah.
I know. Do you feel like it's going very quickly or very slowly? And you said you're going to Chicago.
Yeah.
So
it's
tomorrow
going,
you will not be on Radio Row.
No, and you'll have. I won't be on the show tomorrow either.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm finding out in real time.
You know, my bad. So yeah, I won't be on the show tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, I won't be on Radio Row. I'm going to be flying to Chicago,
Ah.
and then I'll fly to Chicago. I'll go get a car, and then I got to drive an hour and a half to Milwaukee. I have to go and auctioneer. Once I'm done auctioneering there, I will jump in a car and drive back to Chicago.
Wow.
And then Chicago into SFO for the game.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious.
So you are going to get into the game?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That's a lot. In other words, you cannot miss a single flight, and there is a chance that you may once again have to sit in the middle seat in coach.
Ursula, let me tell you something. It's funny you say that. You know, the way the airline industry is going on right now, and I said to myself, if I were to miss that flight, I'm just going to stay in the airport and just cry.
Okay, I didn't mean to laugh, but
I'll sit there and
Yeah,
cry, and I'll watch the game in the airport, and I want to make sure that if that's the case, I make a story out of it. Like, it's got to be.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to leave and go to family's house in Chicago. I'm going to stay in the airport. I'm going to go in a bathroom stall, and I'm going to have video of me sitting there sobbing like the movie Pursuit of Happiness when they're
Okay, I don't hope that for you.
Okay.
So, and then we'll have all sorts of stories to talk about on Monday. So, text messages, would you rather have the big moment or a long career? Peter in Port Orchard said, I would rather have the career, but no Super Bowl.
Larry in Kittitas County says, ask Barry Sanders.
And then there was John in Bremerton who said, I would have a great career because how many people do you remember who won the Super Bowl? I remember more great folks who hadn't won a Super Bowl.
Oh, good point.
This is a question for you, G, from Marguerite and Lacey. G, do you got News Boss open?
Not down there. Jermaine Curse, if you missed our interview. Hey, oh my gosh. Happy to announce that our podcasts are back for folks who were having trouble finding our podcast on Apple. Everything's fixed now. So that's the good news. James in the 253 said, I had the pleasure of knowing Jermaine Kearse while working at Lakes High School. He was a delight then, and he's a delight now.
Glenn in Duval says, we would not have even had a chance without his circus catch. I lost my mind and was waving my Husky hat with pride from the 22nd row.
Okay, by far, the topic that got the most response today was the whole thing of who should be in the Hall of Fame, specifically Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. Jason and Buckley said a G quote is, how do you do one thing is how you do everything.
360 says, first, I absolutely love your show. My response about the Hall of Fame is a little split. If the cheating was in the actual playing, steroid use, then no, they shouldn't be allowed. However, like Pete Rose betting or Tom Brady spying, which wouldn't have been even his decision or the ball, he proved himself over and over, and he and Pete Rose deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
How do you feel about that, G? Are we splitting hairs? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I mean, I have to really rethink all of my sports takes with this.
You know, what's so funny is that so many people were saying something similar. Ernie in Kent says, Ursula with the hard take, you go, girl. I agree with you because of how Rob Parker said it. Cheating is cheating.
And just, again, I want to tell you, Rob Parker, there's a lot of people that don't like him because they feel he's so negative, right? But the thing about him is that he says the things that you're thinking, but you would never say out loud.
True. Okay, on Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, and the Epstein files, Kevin in Black Diamond says, celebrities and politicians should not be above the law. Set the example, and then maybe we can start trusting government again.
Sharon in Tacoma says, if the Clintons testify about their relationship with Epstein, then Trump should have to testify as well. It should be everyone or no one.
And then all the cuts at the Washington Post, and then our big conversation in the 10 o'clock hour. Again, I thought that was a really great conversation. If you missed it, check it out on the podcast. Susan in Kent says, so I'm one of those inquiring minds that get the Seattle Times, and I listen to radio and watch to some influencers and podcasts. Newspapers cover a story with fact-verified data. The sad story in all news outlets is that some publishers and editors omit information to slant a storyline and taint many others.
Ursula's time.
You're trying to clear your throat there.
Yeah, it's time for your words to live by. What you got for us?
I love this. This is a quote from John Connolly, because you can never have enough compassion in the world. There is a nobility in compassion, a beauty in empathy, and a grace in forgiveness.
Oh, that was good.
That was deep.
That was really good. Brother Nick, what do you got, man?
Well, some would argue there's a certain way we'd like to win, whether playing at our best or Patriots melting through their skin. But no matter how the cards are dealt and what we want to see, winning will cure all as countdowns start to dwindle down to 3.
1, 2, 3, baby, you let me go.
And maybe in the big game, a hidden player will appear. But I'd rather give up trophies for a long, sustained career. Kind of like the discussion on life. The long game over the short and exciting. But congrats to whoever has that big moment in the game, because it usually does happen.
I think I know what the big moment's going to be.
What is it?
It's a Jake Bobo touchdown for the second game.
Bobo, yeah, that's a good guess.
Another Jake Bobo touchdown.
Oh, I like that.
Wow. Hey, that's very specific there, Paul.
Hey, I believed in it I believed in it last week. I you know, one thing about working on the reset is get the inside scoop sometimes about players that might be up for something special.
All right. Thanks,
well,
Ursula.
Thank you. We'll talk
Appreciate
to you Monday.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's see. Nick, thank you.
You too, man.
Paul, thank you.
Thank you, G.
I'm all messed up. I couldn't even go around the right
Because you're
way.
high-fiving everybody as they walk past you.
Oh, my goodness. All right. The Jake and Spike Show, they're coming in next. Appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you had as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you. Like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy.
With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday.
All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000.
Ugh. Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma Money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
We live here in Washington. I travel all over the state for work.
Affordable short-term rentals help us stay together and make Hazel feel at home.
Now Olympia is considering a huge tax increase on short-term rentals,
pricing us and other families out, since more than half of short-term rentals here are used by Washingtonians.
Costs on everything are going up.
Please tell legislators not to make our trips more expensive too.
Paid for by Airbnb helps our state thrive. Host PAC.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-959-3388. That's 800-959-3388.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/life. That's ethos.com/life. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. TurboTax helps you get your biggest refund, and then Credit Karma helps you do more with it. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
You're next to order. Please pull forward.
You know, Josh, when you said you were springing for lunch, I didn't think you meant drive-through fast food.
Come on, man. Money's been tight lately, and these high gas prices are killing me.
You pay full price at the pump? Get your head out of the sand and start using Upside.
What's Upside?
Come on, dude. Upside is the free app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it every time I fill up my tank.
Does that really add up?
I've already banked around $200.
That's serious cash.
Hi, can I take your order?
Yeah, I'm ordering the free Upside app to start earning cash back on every gallon of gas I buy.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ORDER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ORDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ORDER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
3 more days until Super Bowl 60. The only station where you hear Steve Label call the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. KIRO FM.